Looking to snap what is now a 6-game losing streak as they take on one of only two teams in the National Hockey League that are still undefeated in regulation, the Colorado Avalanche. Great to have you with us. I'm Ryan Johnston, joined today again by former Bruin Kenny Hodge, who's filling in for Bob Beers off for a family event this weekend. He'll rejoin us on Monday up in Ottawa. Today's storylines are brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, where dependability comes standard. Another extraordinarily frustrating loss for the Bruins here at TD Garden on Thursday night. Entered the third period in a 3-3 tie with Anaheim, gave up 2 goals to fall behind 5-3, rallied to tie the game at 5, only to give up what turned out to be the game-winning goal just 30 seconds later. Ended up losing that game 7-5. And for head coach Marco Sturm, it was a repeat of a story he's already seen multiple times this year.
If you look at the goal, yeah, I would say yes. You know, the frustrating part is I don't know, we've done it so many times. We talked over so many times, and in a certain situation when when you're under pressure almost, that's where we struggled the most.
And everybody talked about defensive breakdowns, and I hate to use this word, but they all used it as an embarrassment to themselves, as the way that they played in their defensive zone, which is exactly what you look at that last winning goal, the Terry goal. 2 guys looking at the puck in the corner and leaving Terry all by himself to put the puck in the net. After you come all the way back to make that a 5-5 hockey game, now all of a sudden you're trailing again, and the momentum from your bench that you're all excited about, you're back in the hockey game, just takes a huge step backwards, and that's exactly what happens. And you got to shore up your defensive zone first, and the Bruins just didn't do a good job of that on that goal.
Yeah, the frustration level evident in the locker room after Thursday night's loss. You mentioned that word embarrassing. We heard that from a number of players, including Morgan Geekie.
Just not being ready, I guess. I mean, it happens every game, it seems, and our coaches prepare us with everything we need for the game, and I mean, it's just embarrassing to the fans, to everybody. I mean, it's just like poor. Everything's poor. I mean, it's just like one of those things that it's not a teaching thing. It's not anybody but ourselves, and each guy's, I mean, myself included, got to look in the mirror and decide, you know, what we want to do and how we want this year to go. And I think we're faced with it pretty quickly, and we've got to decide what we want to do.
Yeah, you can't continue to lose 6 games in a row, and I know that they keep coming back, but trailing hockey is losing hockey, and that's exactly what the Bruins have been doing recently. They've been trailing going to the third period, so they've got themselves back into hockey games against Florida. They're down by a couple of goals going in that game, a couple of goals against Anaheim as well, and you just can't continue to rely on that top line to continue to score goals for you. And Geekie's kind of picking it up a little bit. He's got 3 goals his last 2 games. But to his, he didn't back check a couple times in that game the other night, which let the guys wide open in front of the net. And those are the little breakdowns that the Bruins are having right now that they got to kind of shore up a little bit in their defensive zone.
Of all the teams in the National Hockey League, only the Calgary Flames, who have just 1 win so far, have spent more time trailing this year than have the Bruins coming into today's game. Well, we heard from Morgan Geekie and his frustration. Charlie McAvoy, he's been with this Bruins franchise through good days and bad, and he says this team right now is struggling to find the confidence they need to pull out wins.
I mean, it's terrible that's, you know, sort of the mindset, because not too long ago, all these games were, we're going to win these games. You know, and you can sort of see with the group right now, it's the opposite. So you don't just change that overnight. The only way to do that is to you got to win games. Those are deposits in the bank. Okay, this group, we know how to win. We've done it. The only way to do that is to win hockey games. The teams that have been on, the best teams, we won games, whether we were up, down, a few, in between, anything. Like, we just felt like you could win. But that was because we did it. We won games. This group, we could be so close to having those already this year with how we fought and came back. We know we fight. That's great, but we just can't find a way to even get the point right now, or we give it up right as soon as we get it. So we got to find a way to change it.
And for me right now, for the Bruins, it's man-on-man defense in the defensive zone. Take care of your defensive zone. Offense will take care of itself. You got enough high-skilled players that can score goals. Take care of your defensive zone first. Now, that means, okay, I got Ryan Johnston. Okay, who do you got? I'm not going to go and do your job. I want to just do my job and focus on what I can do that's going to help us get this puck out of our zone, and not how to spend more time in their defensive zone, which is what they did after the first 5 to 10 minutes of that game the other night. they've spent a lot of time in their defensive zone trying to get that puck out, and that's leads to opportunities for the opposing team.
Yeah, it's something Marco Sturm talked about in his meeting with the media just a short time ago. He's, guys are kind of running around trying to do each other's jobs because, he doesn't doubt that they all care, and they're trying to get this team over the hump and perhaps taking themselves out of position in order to do that. Today, really tough test. We just saw the Colorado Avalanche in Denver last Saturday. Bruins hung with them through the first period, but then Colorado really took control of that game, ended up going on to win it by the final score of 4-1. It's one of the better skilled teams in the league, and David Pasternak says he knows that the Bruins will have to be at their best in the defensive zone this afternoon.
Yeah, obviously a very high-end skill and fast, so, another test for our D zone, and like I said, we're going to have to make it hard to play against, and don't make it easy on them, because that's when teams like Colorado is going to take advantage of you, and you're going to be chasing all game. So, play a really good defensive structure game and see where it takes us.
And they got four lines of good hockey players that have a lot of depth. They like to play north and south. They don't like to give up their defensive blue line. Their defensemen love to get involved in the play as well. So it's all things the Bruins are going to have to be focused on, is not turn the puck over in the neutral zone, allow those active defensemen to get up in the play, get the pucks deep, get the forecheck going like they did the other night in that first little bit. Ryan, for me, the key tonight is the first 10 minutes of this hockey game. Can the Bruins establish a forecheck and get that puck out of their own defensive zone?
Yeah, don't forget, this is an early start for Colorado. 1 o'clock Mountain Time. They just flew in from home yesterday, so maybe we'll get a little bit of a road-weary team. Who knows, early on in the season. Well, coming up on the lineup today for the Bruins, Hampus Lindholm still out with that lower body injury. He's been on the cusp of returning. He played in the game last Saturday, hasn't played since. He's going to sit out once again today, still considered day-to-day. Johnny Beecher will be back in the lineup today. He scored against the Avalanche last Saturday. In fact, has 3 goals in his career against the Avalanche. So hopefully he can continue that today. He'll be in the lineup in place of Jeffrey Viel. Jeremy Swayman will get the start in goal. Here's what's on deck of the pregame show, brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. We will look around the NHL, including Bruce Cassidy's Golden Knights matching up with Florida.
I think we'll be sharp because we know we're playing a good team. I think that's going to help get our attention in a hurry.
We'll chat with Marco Sturm about today's game.
That's not the way we want to play, right? We want to play the right way and not be in that kind of situation where we've been.
And up next, we'll preview today's opponent, the Colorado Avalanche, here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
You took the elevator to the 48th floor and handed him the briefing. Your fingertips touched, sending a shockwave of desire through the air. The room pulsed with a silent craving as he drew you in with his smoldering gaze, before uttering the words your body ached to hear.
The next train on track 2 is delayed.
And all the while, you were on your commute home. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover romance titles on Audible.
Low testosterone affects many men today, even men as young as 30. But finding someone you can trust for quality low T treatment isn't so easy. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice. And that's why I'm pleased to announce the opening of our newest location of Northeast Men's Health right here in Warwick. As a Promedic affiliate, Northeast Men's Health has the experience and expertise to get you the right treatment for your particular medical situation. At Northeast Men's Health, we're experts in treating low testosterone. In fact, we've successfully treated thousands of men for low T and have seen the amazing impacts low T treatments have. If you're like most men, you'll sleep better, have more energy and improve mental clarity, get better gains in the gym, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000. That's 617-793-5000. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the Northeast to serve you.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Most people would rather attend a corporate team building workshop than search for auto and home insurance.
Go team, feel that synergy.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
Who's ready for the trust fall?
Champions play here, the Sports Hub.
Crowd on its feet here at Ball Arena. Likening. Works it in. Anderson stares him down, Likening into the slot. Shoots and is saved by Freddie Anderson, and that's going to do it. Back here at TD Garden as the Bruins get ready to take on the Colorado Avalanche for the second time in a week. And Avs have gotten off to a great start. 8 games into the season, they've collected at least a point in all of them, a 5-0-3 record. Joining Vegas is the only 2 teams that are undefeated in regulation so far this season. But the Avs are coming off back-to-back losses since they saw the Bruins last Saturday. 4-3 overtime loss in Utah Tuesday, a 5-4 shootout loss against Carolina at home on Thursday night. Head coach Jared Bednar, though, doesn't have too much to be concerned about at this point in the season.
We address it and turn the page. I'm not worried about our team's consistency right now. There's 3 or 4 periods there that I didn't like. And still trying to do the right things. Just honestly, those are more puck management and decision-making things. I don't think we were soft. I think we played hard. We were competitive. We played with a good conscience. It's just some of our puck play wasn't where it needed to be.
Yeah, pretty hard for him not to be worried, right? You look at the lineup. McKinnon, okay. Brock Nelson, okay. Landeskog, Natchez, an embarrassment of riches, right? A little bit. And then, you know what? One of the best defensemen in the world right now out there as well. Throw Makar out there. What the heck? They have a really solid team, a really deep team. They have a skating team. They do all the things right that you want to do as a team. Their only question mark has been goaltending, right? I mean, you got Wedgwood playing tonight. He got pulled the other night against Carolina. So, for him, I just continue to roll these 4 lines and continue to play the guys with the high-end talent. And it's going to be interesting to see. We talked about it. You talked about it before. They're coming off a game Thursday, flew here yesterday, and are playing basically a 1 o'clock game for them. I know it's 3 o'clock here, but 1 o'clock game for them. So can the Bruins take advantage of that and kind of put a little seed of doubt in their heads?
Maybe one area that Bednar would like to see improvement on right now is their power play. Surprisingly, just 4 goals in 8 games this season, under a 12% conversion rate. Bednar said he's done some tinkering, but can't figure out exactly why they haven't been better with the man advantage.
Well, power play, we've already made changes, so it's about, finding a fit chemistry-wise, seeing who can execute the game plan, what it looks like. We know, we're playing units that we feel like should be successful, and we'll give them some time because I think they need time to play together, work together in game situations. It's been difficult lately because 3 games, got 4 power plays in our last 3 games. That's it, right? You were used to getting that every night. So over a 5-game stretch, you're getting a really good look at what you're doing well, what you need to improve on. There's lots of teaching points in there, but over the last few games, it just isn't, right? So we got to give this unit some time, and we'll probably experiment again.
Bruins hoping they can keep the Avs power play off the board again today. The Bruins and Colorado coming up from TD Garden. We're going to check out the Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Kids eat free at the 99 every Sunday in October. Kids get a free meal from the kids menu with every adult entree purchased. You gotta love the 9s.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Is there a right way to prep for my future?
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
Is cash still king?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Can I become king of the hill in Beacon Hill?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made ready. Member FDIC.
When it comes to protecting homes, shortcuts fail. That's why pros have trusted AZEK Exteriors Trim and Siding, the MVP of exterior protection, for 25 years. Built to last and proven in the toughest Northeast weather conditions, AZEK doesn't just look good, it performs under pressure. Cheap overseas-made imitators? They might look similar until they fail. And the builder's reputations and the homeowner's wallet take the hit. Trim matters, so don't cut corners. Do it right. Use AZEK Trim. Made in America. Visit azekexteriors.com.
Get ready, football fans. Nothing goes better with football than an ice-cold, refreshing Coors Light. Catch all the action this weekend at Cleary's at 335 Columbus Avenue in Boston. When the game heats up and every play counts, choose chill. Choose Coors Light. Sports fans and collectors, the Greater Boston Sports Collectors Show is back October 31st through November 2nd at Shriners Auditorium in Wilmington. Meet sports legends Irving Fryer, Tim Thomas, Ellis Burks, and more. Plus, over 300 sports memorabilia tables. For details, go to gbscconvention.com.
The game is on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
It's the Bruins back on home ice this afternoon, a matinee against the visiting Colorado Avalanche, with the Bruins looking to snap their 6-game losing streak. Puck drop coming up shortly. Jalen Brunson scored 31 points. Karl Anthony Towns, 26 points, 13 rebounds. New York Knicks rode a huge second quarter. Their 105-95 victory over the Boston Celtics Friday night. They're now 2-0 to start the season. Celtics, they fall to 0-2, and they'll be in Detroit tomorrow afternoon taking on the Pistons with tip-off at 3:30. Final injury report of the week for the New England Patriots released ahead of tomorrow's game at home against Cleveland. Safety Kyle Duggar questionable with a knee. For the Browns, tight end David Njoku, he's questionable also with a knee issue. World Series Game 2 tonight in Toronto. Blue Jays lead the series 1-0. Bruins fans, the latest Bruins Authentics auction is live. Place your bids on the game-used jerseys worn during the 2025 Prospect Challenge, including the sweater donned by Fraser Minton. Visit BruinsAuthentics.com to get in on the action. The auction runs through October 30th at 10 p.m. I'm Jim Murray with your headlines on the 98.5 Sports Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All hockey season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice. Tune in to today's game on the Bruins Radio Network to hear this date in history. Restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Avalanche coming up from TD Garden. Quick check of the early action around the NHL, including one game in progress. They're in the third period in Philadelphia. Flyers and Islanders locked up.
Here's a turnover, and it's Lee in the slot. Can't quite get it. Marshall Warren in front. They score! It's Duclair on the setup for Marshall Warren in his NHL debut.
And Matthew Schaefer's been a bright spot for the Islanders, who started off 0-3 in the season, have won 4 straight. Schaefer has 7 points this season already, and lost his streak the other night, though, a 7-2 win. So, but they've been playing better hockey.
We'll get our first look at him and the Islanders here on Tuesday night. Coming up later, 5 o'clock face-off down in Tampa. Ryan McDonough and the Lightning scratching their heads after just 1 win in their first 7 games. They get the Ducks tonight.
Keep doing things like we did tonight. I think we'll take our chances. And like I said, we got a great group in here. All the pieces just going out and executing and sticking together and doing it as a unit out there.
And it's amazing to think that Tampa Bay, with the same exact team that they had last year, is struggling so far. 1 win against the Bruins, unfortunately, out of the gate. But if you look at it, they're still not out of the playoff picture. A couple wins and bang, they're back in the middle of it.
The 500 Sabres in Toronto to take on the Maple Leafs. A rematch from last night in Buffalo when the Sabres won 5-3.
Sabres are set up pretty well here. Got it all the way through. Mattias Samuelsson lights the lamp again. Second of the night.
Fortunately for the Leafs, they've been knocked down on the bottom of the page of the front by the Blue Jays, so they hope that the Blue Jays keep winning. But the Sabres are playing better hockey now as well, and they're starting to win some hockey games.
And down in Florida tonight, the Golden Knights in town to take on the Panthers.
I think we'll be sharp because we know we're playing a good team. I think that's going to help get our attention in a hurry. It doesn't matter what their record is to me. They're defending champs twice over, so they'll be ready to go.
Bruce Cassidy's team 5-0-2 so far. That's our look around the NHL. We'll talk with Marco Sturm next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Are you stuck in traffic going to the game? Next time, do what I do. Just take the train to North Station. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free. And if the game's on a weekend, you ride with $10 weekends. So next game, don't be late battling traffic and parking. Ugh. Get tickets with the M-Ticket app and take the train straight to the game.
20th Century Studios presents Springsteen. Witness a true story of risking it all.
These new songs, they're the only thing making sense to me right now.
To fight for what you believe in.
This is not going to be good for Bruce. Don't need to be perfect. I just want it to feel right.
Springsteen. Rated PG-13. Parental guidance suggested for children under 13. Now playing only in theaters.
Volkswagen is known for its high-performance models. But when you talk about premium performance, you're talking about Boston Volkswagen. John Welsh and his team are known for their overall excellence when it comes to customer satisfaction. Delivering exceptional value and an enjoyable car buying experience is what makes Boston VW your premier Volkswagen dealership. Before you buy or lease a new Volkswagen, go see the VW experts at Boston Volkswagen in Watertown or visit online at bostonvw.com. That's bostonvw.com.
Attention skilled tradespeople and sales pros. Are you ready to join a team where your hard work is valued and your career can thrive? Gem Plumbing and Heating has 2 new branch offices in Massachusetts and is hiring. We're looking for HVAC, plumbing, electrical, drain and sales professionals who are ready to take their careers to the next level. Enjoy competitive pay, benefits, and a supportive team environment. Plus, we're offering attractive sign-on bonuses. Don't wait. To join our growing team, apply at AskGem.com today.
Hit a home run with Cambridge Savings Bank's Small Business Services. With a wide range of products and personalized support, they've got the winning strategy for you. Visit CambridgeSavings.com.
Head to the bar at the 99 restaurant this Sunday for game day. Score a 6-pack of bone-in wings for just $5.99 and full-size apps for $6.99. And you've got a chance to win prizes weekly. You gotta love the nines.
Hit 985thesportshub.com.
Our pregame interview with Marco Sturm is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety.
With Coach Marco Sturm, you guys coming off the loss to Anaheim the other night, another kind of back-and-forth third period. Overall thoughts on the comeback and then?
Yeah, comebacks are good, but again, we didn't want to be in that position. That's something we looked at it. We don't want to be in that spot. We had a great, I thought the first 12, 13 minutes was excellent, exactly how we want to play the game. Got away, and then we were chasing the game again. And, that group shows character. They always come back, seems like, but some bad bounces or some mental mistakes just hurt us. But that's just for me, that's not the way we want to play, right? And we want to play the right way and not be in that kind of situation where we've been.
Yeah, you look back over the last couple of weeks. You've 6-5 games, 7-5 games. We came into the season expecting more 2-1 or 3-2 type of a game. So, is there something specific you can point to as far as like the defensive breakdowns that ties those together and that you really need to see cleaned up?
Yeah, no, it's a different areas. I feel like there were a stretch we struggled on faceoffs, right? And we got scored on there. There was a stretch on lately a little bit on PK. Last game or the last couple of games, all of a sudden there was a little bit more on the D zone side of it. So I feel like always it depends who you play against too. So I think if you play against like a Colorado team, even an Anaheim team, they're very involved in their offensive zone. So that means we have to show them a different look too. And then all of a sudden, a lot of questions came up. So we had to answer them and reinforce. Unfortunately, we're not practicing a lot these days with that schedule. So it's been very, very tough. But yesterday, I thought it was a good day, not just on the ice, but off the ice too. Just answer all those thoughts they had going through the whole D zone again, because we couldn't really done it since training camp. So like with these guys, sometimes it gets lost, and especially when you're losing, you forget a lot of things, and but that's natural. That's what happened when you squeeze your stick and wanted it so bad, then the mistakes come up.
The other night after the game, number of players used the word embarrassing, kind of the way things have played out here in that game and of late. What's the mood like around the team? Are you sense that they're fed up and it's just time to get this over with?
Yeah, I know. It's I think when they said embarrassing, it's not sure about their play, because every one of them can actually say and look at the mirror, they gave everything they have. It's just those mistakes we make, those bounces we get, stuff like that. It seems like doesn't stop, but that's normal. That's happens when you when you're on a losing streak. But again, the only way out is to stick together and stay positive and work on those things to try to get better. And if it's not tonight or today, then it has to be tomorrow. So that has to be our mentality moving forward.
Some of the knee-jerk reaction among fans when you see some of the numbers is to blame the goaltenders. What have your thoughts been on Jeremy Swayman and Jonas Korpisalo so far?
No, they've been great. I think both of them were really good. We just didn't play good enough in front of them. I think that was especially we're still taking way too many penalties. So we put him already in a tough spot, but yeah, I think both of them were pretty solid.
Johnny Beecher gets back into the lineup today. What do you hope to get out of him?
Yeah, just like in Colorado, some speed, gives me another killer if we need him, and and maybe a guy on the face-off. So especially against a team like Colorado, they come with a lot of speed. So hopefully we can. He can use them again and play against some faster teams.
In that game last Saturday, first period, you guys hung right with them. Second and third periods was a little different. What do you take away from that game that can help you today?
Yeah, no, you got to be sharp every time you touch the ice. Basically, they again look at the last game. Again, they had 50 shots, and Carolina had half of them. So they do it to all the teams. You just have to be. You have to play the right way. Our puck management is going to be huge, and you got to frustrate them. And how you do that, it's just you got to make them stop and don't give them any life on the power play.
Appreciate the time. Good luck today.
All right, thank you.
There's Marco Sturm. Bruins and the Avalanche are next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the 98.5 of Sports of Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub. The media group station.
Late in the third period on Thursday, the Bruins looked to be finding their legs, but just 30 seconds later, a familiar theme returned. Back down the near circle. Nesterenko out of the corner. Centers right on the doorstep. They score. Terry was all by himself in front of Korpisalo. And Anaheim jumps right back in front, 6-5. Things won't get easier for the black and gold today as they welcome in Colorado for a Saturday matinee. The Bruins and the Avalanche coming up next.
This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Across to Esposito. Shot. Goal!
Cam Neely. Wow.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. Geeky scores.
And there is point number 100 for Pasta and goal number 30 for Morgan Geeky.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers. Shell's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by Catches Law.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas.
Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th point. Backhand score. A penalty shot for Raymond Gort.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1.
Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we're at TD Garden in Boston for the Bruins and the Colorado Avalanche, second and final meeting of the year already between these two teams. We're joined today by Kenny Hodge, who's in for Beersy. He'll be back with us on Monday after attending a family event this weekend. Biggest key for the Bruins today as they take on a juggernaut from the West here.
Take care of your defensive zone first. Get the puck going offensively. Make that first clean pass. Man on man in your defensive zone. Everything else will take care of itself.
You get the sense after Thursday night's loss, the Bruins' top players are kind of at their boiling point here. Does that emotion help get them over the top?
100%, because you want to win, right? And they talk about Charlie McAvoy. We talked about that in the open. Marco Sturm talked about it as well. He wants to win. They don't want to keep losing, and they don't want to get that W back in that column and feel good in that locker room.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. It's an afternoon hockey affair here at TD Garden. The Bruins and the Colorado Avalanche. And we will have the opening face-off coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
He roofs it top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pre-games with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
And what a hit. That's what checking used to mean to me. I'm Patrice Bergeron, and since I partnered with Avidia Bank, checking means so much more. Avidia Bank offers a variety of checking accounts with something for everyone, from free checking to premier checking with added benefits. Not only does Avidia Bank provide the services you need, they also give back to their community. Learn more about them today at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member DIF.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
Ryan Johnston and Kenny Hodge back here at TD Garden as the Bruins get ready to take on the Colorado Avalanche. Boston fell 4-1 against the Avs in Denver a week ago today. This will be their final meeting of the regular season. And before we drop the puck, let's go down to ice level in today's national anthem performed by Todd Angeli.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Todd Angeli with our national anthem. Bruins and Avalanche getting ready to go. Let's give you the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. Scott Wedgwood will get the start. His 9th appearance already this year. Mackenzie Blackwood, their other normal goaltender, has been out since training camp and is due back any day now, but Wedgwood has gotten almost all of the action to this point. Josh Manson and Brent Burns will start on defense. And up front, Jack Drury will center Ross Colton on the left wing and Victor Olofsson on the right side. For the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman gets the start. Mason Lohrei going to pair up with Andrew Peak defensively today. That splits up Lohrei and McAvoy, who have been together most of the year. Up front, they'll start with Sean Corrali in the middle. Johnny Beecher back into the lineup today, and Mark Kastelik on the right wing. Bruins in the home black uniforms will go from left to right in the first period as they win the opening faceoff. The puck gets deep into Colorado territory. As it's played off into the far corner, Corrali putting pressure on, won it briefly, but now it kicks along those far boards and steered out into neutral ice. Having to turn back to get it was Manson. Gives over to Burns, tipped by Drury into the neutral zone and deep into Boston territory. Swayman played it ahead toward the near side of Beecher, and Corrali will backhand it deep. Our first 5 minutes presented by your New England Ford dealers. Today's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestants of the game, Maria Araujo of West Roxbury, Massachusetts. As the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Maria wins a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter that contest at 985thesportshub.com. Here come the Avs with a chance for McKinnon from the left circle. A one-timer glove by Swayman for our first whistle.
Turnover by the Bruins in that neutral zone. Now we talked about that in the open as well. Don't turn the puck over in that neutral zone. That allowed Cale Makar to move that puck up to Natchez, up that right wing side. He went right across the top of the face-off circles. And McKinnon one-time that puck, but a great job of tracking that puck by Jeremy Swayman and making a save with the glove.
McAvoy paired up with Nikita Zadorov defensively here on this shift, and that looks like what Marco Sturm's going to go with today as his top pairing. As the puck goes around the far boards, Zadorov in that corner, able to help dig it free. Trying to fight his way to the net was Lehkonen. Instead, it goes back to the far point for Taves. Makar fires across ice. Natchez at the back of the net. Centering pass broken up by Elias Lindholm. And Geeky's got it with some space. Gives to McAvoy. Both teams going for some changes. McAvoy standing in his own zone. Now we'll get pressure from Nichushkin. Up the left wing, pass was behind Middlestad. It will angle down for an icing here against Boston.
I know it's only been a couple of shifts, though, Ryan, but you just noticed that defensive zone by the Bruins on that last shift. They didn't really give Colorado a lot. Obviously, that first opportunity from McKinnon, but that comes on top of the faceoff circles. Your goaltender is going to save that 9 times out of 10. But the rest of the play, everything was to the perimeter for the Avalanche, and that's how the Bruins have to play in their defensive zone.
Face-off win in the defensive end by Pavel Zacha. McAvoy shoots it up the near wing this time. Arvidsson able to get it into the attack zone. Cleared right back out of there. Jokiharju near side to Middlestad, and he'll dump it in. Around behind Wedgwood all the way to the far corner. Malinsky reversed it back toward the near side. Avs will get it out, but Jokiharju right there at the red line. Dumped right back in by Michael Callahan. His second game since being recalled from Providence this week, with Jordan Harris out of the lineup. Still don't have a full update on Harris's injury, but Marco Sturm saying earlier today it's going to be a bit before he's able to get back. On the near side circle, puck jolted away from Nelson. Backhanded far side by Arvidsson. Can't get it out of the zone. Manson dealt it off to that far circle. Swayman makes a save and then doesn't have a puck covered as it's wrapped around the near side by Nichushkin. Went right through the crease. The Bruins dodge a bullet. Puck back into the Avalanche zone as both teams change.
What an opportunity right there. Loose puck behind the net. Swayman all waited for the left-hand side, wide open net. Unfortunately for Nichushkin, he couldn't get the puck in the net. Puck goes out of the rink and into the penalty. Is that off McAvoy in the box?
I went up over the glass into the third row as Brindley tried to direct it into the Boston zone.
Looks like they were looking at McAvoy, though, at the end of the Bruins bench. Did it actually hit him, too?
Either that or he caught a stick or something on his last shift. Nothing serious, it looks like, as he shakes off the trainer. Burns tried a shot from the right point. It's blocked in a foot race. Burns just ahead of Jeannot as he comes back into the Avalanche zone, plays it off the near boards and gets it out. And Burns, 40 years old, can still go. Consecutive game streak still alive at 931 straight as the Avs get whistled offside here. Solovyov couldn't hold it into the line.
Amazing to think 40 years old still playing in the league, right? I mean, he's valuable minutes. He's on the second power play unit for the Avalanche. I know that's a work in progress for the Avalanche, but that being said, he's still out there playing. Just noticing what the Avalanche like to do. They like to bring the puck in the offensive zone and go from left to right or right to left across the top of the faceoff circle. So the Bruins going to have to be aware of that. They continually did it. They did it a couple of times here early on in the game.
Last time Brent Burns missed a game, November 2013. As the puck goes deep into the attack zone, he is the 4th longest consecutive game streak of all time, and he's not too far behind Doug Jarvis at number 3. As Wedgwood gloves one, and we get a pushing and shoving match in front with Kastelik involved with Solovyov, and now that draws a lot more bodies. Wrestling matches up against the backboards behind Wedgwood.
Again, the Bruins doing a good job of getting the puck in the offensive zone and getting traffic to the front of the net. That's what they want to do, and Kastelik does a nice job of getting there. Wedgwood sees that one because he's not able to get to take away the goaltender's eyes, but again, that's what you have to do against Colorado. Make them play in their defensive zone, get traffic in front of the net, and that's exactly what Kastelik tried to do.
Kastelik going to take a face-off, near circle down to our right. Avalanche will control that. Draw toward the near side, and Kastelik lays a stiff check on Solovyov on his way out of the zone. Around the near side of the Bruins zone it comes. Picked up by Johnny Beecher. He'll carry it to the Colorado end. On the far boards, gets run off it by Drury. Thrown to the net by Corrali. Ricochets off a stick just wide. On the near side boards, Olofsson couldn't get it cleared past McAvoy. His shot goes wide on the short side. Geekie off the far wall has it. He turns and fires. That gets blocked up over the glass, out of play.
I think that shot came off, and Kastelik again going to that net. Got the stick just in the shooting lane. All Beecher was trying to do is get that puck towards the front of the net, and he does, and Kastelik is the one that actually redirects that one up over the top of the net. But again, traffic going to the front of the net, that's what you want to do.
Scott Wedgwood only saw 14 shots on goal last Saturday against the Bruins, stopped 13 of them. Beecher had the lone tally in that one. He has in his career, scored 11 goals. 3 of them have come in 4 meetings against Colorado, including the lone goal there last Saturday. Here's McKinnon with speed into the Boston zone. Gets tripped up as Zadorov wouldn't give him any ground. The puck goes toward the crease, and Swayman makes an easy cover there.
Yeah, 1-on-2 with McKinnon. Sometimes guys will be a little bit nervous about that, but when it's a 1-on-2, they did a nice job. McAvoy and Zadorov were kind of coming together and not allowing McKinnon to sneak through that seam, which was exactly where he wanted to be. Good job by Zadorov to knock him off the puck as well. Swayman smartly covers that puck up.
Defensively, Zadorov's probably been your best blue liner so far this season. Gets bumped up to the top pairing today. Here's Cale Makar off the win of the faceoff for the Avalanche, coming toward the near circle, tried to get it to Necas, bounced off his stick. McKinnon from behind the net in front, they score. Arturi Lehkonen one-times that home, and Colorado, less than 4.5 minutes in, grabs a 1-0 lead.
Lehkonen's going to get this goal, but it all starts with an offensive zone face-off win by the Avalanche, a clean face-off win as well. Makar moving from right to left across the top of the face-off zone, I should say, brings the puck all the way down by the Zamboni door, throws the puck down to McKinnon. McKinnon one-times his puck right onto the stick and into the back of the net before Swayman was able to get back into position to make that save. And Lehkonen gets that goal. And again, Ryan gets the puck on the stick. He doesn't hesitate. He gets it away right away.
That line was a nightmare to deal with last Saturday. McKinnon had 2 goals. Lehkonen had 3 assists. It'll go the other way this time. Lehkonen the goal. McKinnon will get the primary assist. Cale Makar should get the other one as well. Here's Taves coming into the Boston zone. Deflected puck comes toward the slot. Zadorov will hand it off the near side for Arvidsson, who backs it up toward McAvoy. So Boston down a goal early. Avalanche with the first 3 shots on goal in this game. McAvoy from his own blue line angles off the near boards for Arvidsson. Broken up near the attacking blue line. Nichushkin will dump it right back in behind Swayman. Landeskog tried to bring it back around the near side of the net. That was denied by Andrew Peet. Arvidsson will play it back out into center ice.
You can see the speed of the Avalanche. They dump the puck in, and the first guy's on that puck.
Landeskog along the near side circle. Tried to stop along the hash marks. Peet knocked him off balance. Puck into the near corner. Nelson sends it around toward the far side. Burns pinching down the wall. Gives to Nichushkin out near the blue line. He takes a straight-on shot on Swayman. Takes that in the chest. Hangs on to it. Landeskog and Peet jousting out between the circles. And Tanner Jeannot jumps in the middle of that as well.
What happens when a defenseman moves down? The winger has to pick his spot up. And Burns moves down that right wing boards. Nichushkin comes in and fills in behind him. Burns knows he's going to be there, so this is a little simple pass. The shot comes through. Swayman out top of the blue paint area to take that shot away. But that's what you do. You recognize your defenseman's jumping up in the offense. You take his position. Leads to a good scoring opportunity for the Avalanche.
The line matching here from Marco Sturm. Looked like the Minton line was going to take the face off in the defensive zone, and then Barrett Bednar brought out his rookie Bardakov to take the face off, and Sturm pivoted to his top line instead. Bruins are going to get whistled for an icing here off the clear. Goes all the way down.
And look what Bednar does. He throws his top line right on the ice right now. You get an offensive zone face-off off for an icing call. And throw one of your top lines out there. Well, I guess all 4 of them are the top lines. The Drury line jumps right over the boards.
Face-off will be in the near circle down to our left. Elias Lindholm against Jack Drury on the draw. And now Drury was going to get kicked out of the circle, but it's off an icing, so he doesn't get kicked out. They'll put him back in there and give him a warning instead. Second violation would be a penalty off the draw. Here's Makar moving it high slot. Shot ricochets wide of Swayman on the glove side. Geeky's pass toward the near side. Sent ahead by Callahan. Picked off the red line by Drury. Volleyed back into Boston territory, and Jokiharju will retrieve. Round to the near side. Slipped away from Callahan. Olofsson hands it back to Taves at the left point. Pushed it down the wall toward the near side for Drury. Geeky shoves him aside and wins the puck. Around the far side, Callahan trying to find Pasternak. Does. Kicked it onto his stick. Geeky will carry it through center. Cutting to the right wing side. Stops at the top of the circle. Along the near boards. Shot it through Makar all the way around to the far side for McAvoy waiting at the point. Back deep it comes. Taves reversed it toward the far side. Geeky holds in. Long shot. Ricochets off into the near corner. Yoki Haru able to glove it off the glass near side and kept it in for the moment, but now Makar moves up ice for Colorado. Crisscrossing, he drops it off to Colton. Colton can't get around McAvoy. Puck squirted out toward the slot. Lindholm cleared it away from there. Natchez, though, will keep alive for Colorado. Brings it out toward the blue line. Hands off for McKinnon, who was coming on from the bench. Gives it back over to that far side, and Lehkonen fires a one-timer wide. McKinnon back out toward the blue line. Solovyov. Lindholm knocked it out of the zone and tried to push up that left side, but Solovyov recovers and angles him off the puck. Long pass to McKinnon. Deep into Boston territory it goes. Peak to the back of the net. Zadorov kept it moving toward Beecher. Now it'll be Corrali up across the line. Chipped into the left wing corner. Chases it down along the end boards. Helps keep it loose. And poke checked along by Beecher. Peak throws one to the net. Might have been tipped on its way. Wedgwood made the pad save and then able to cover it up. And we'll take a timeout with 12:34 to play here in the first period. Colorado's got the 1-0 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
The Shoresy Fall Classic returns. Join the cast of the hit TV show Shoresy as they take on NHL alumni from the Boston Bruins. December 7th, 3 p.m. at TD Garden. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Food for Free was founded in 1981 by a group of friends. And since that time, we've grown into the leading food hunger relief organization in Eastern Massachusetts. And Cambridge Savings Bank has been a thought partner in helping us achieve our financial goals.
We now have the infrastructure that we need to optimize our fleet to move the greatest amount of food that we can out into the community.
CSB helps nonprofits achieve more good. Visit CambridgeSavings.com. Member FDIC.
Witches. New England's premier haunted hayride and Halloween screen park. Featuring 6 fiendishly fun haunted attractions. For more information, visit witcheswoods.com.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the...
The first 5 minutes of today's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate Truck Month and hurry in to secure a deal today. Built Ford tough. 12:34 remaining first period. Avalanche Bruins nothing. Arturi Lehkonen's third of the year from McKinnon and Makar at 4:26. Getting Colorado on the board. Faced off in the offensive zone here for the Bruins. Pavel Zacha stands in to take that. Helped back to the point by Middlestat. Played off the near boards and down behind the net by Mason Lohrei. It'll wrap around the far side now, and Lohrei will give chase into the Bruins zone with Nichushkin on his tail. Peak took a heavy hit behind the net from Landeskog as Boston clears it back out toward neutral ice. Burns back for Colorado. Whips a pass off the left side for Nelson. Couldn't quite handle it. Thrown back forward by Middlestat, but didn't connect, and that will be an icing against Boston.
One of the things I've noticed here in this game is how fast and how time the Avalanche in the offensive zone constantly moving their feet, constantly getting themselves open. And starts with Makar. Makar was what playing in his defensive zone, led one of the rushes up the ice, and constantly moving. Nate just gets this puck to the left of Swayman down below the top of the faceoff circles, and he's able to walk out and get a good scoring opportunity because he's constantly moving his feet. And a really good job by Swayman to come out, challenge that shot, and make a save with the blocker. But Nate just is moving his feet all around the zone. He was on the left side here and went all the way around to the right side to get that scoring opportunity.
Bruins cleared it, but it deflected out of play. Faceoff's going to stay in the defensive zone here with 10:38 to go here in the first. Kastelik wins the draw. McAvoy at the back of the net. Around the near side boards, it comes to Zadorov. Backhanded ahead for Corrali, but skipped past him. Olofsson sends it over toward the far side, in front of the Colorado bench. Colton will back it up into his own zone. Corrali able to knock it a pass away from Solovyov. But the Avalanche still moving forward. Drury along the near side circle. Pivots away from McAvoy, who lost his edge. Solovyov tried a shot. That was blocked. Back toward the far side. Thrown to the net by Malinsky and deflected into the crease. Covered up by Swayman as we have almost hit the midway point of this first period.
Olofsson does a nice job of getting to that Malinsky shot from that right point position to create a little bit of a tip opportunity here. Zadorov kind of lost coverage on him. He's able to make that save. His Swayman at that left post, but that's again defensive zone coverage. That's your man. You got to stay with him. And Zadorov just let him go ever so slightly, allowed the Olofsson opportunity.
Jeremy Swayman 2-3 so far this year. Goals against at 3.02 and a 903 save percentage. He stopped 34 of the 37 shots that he faced against Colorado last Saturday. Took the loss in that one. He's dropped 3 straight, but hard to pin any of those losses on his shoulders. As Marco Sturm told us in the pregame interview, he thinks both his goaltenders have been very good so far this season. Just not getting as much help in front of them as he would like. Pastrnak played it toward the near boards of the defensive zone. Geekie helps it out to center ice. Avalanche with possession. Makar to Taves to center ice. Puck squirted away from him, but Lindholm in a hurry to try to get it to Pastrnak to try to get an odd man rush. And overshot him. Zaka to Jokiharju from the red line, dumps in. Makar waits for it along the far side, kicks it back in behind the net. Taves around toward the near side. Outlet pass from McKinnon ahead for Nichushkin. Nichushkin slams on the brakes far side. Backhands toward the corner. Landeskog reaching in there. Jokiharju got to it first. Zaka bats one out of the air out towards center ice. Burns quickly feeds Brock Nelson, who turns it to Nichushkin near side. Dumped into the near corner. High up off the glass, stays in play. Swayman sent it around toward the far side circle. Kick back toward the net off of Burns, and Swayman will cover that up and draw a whistle and a stoppage in play with 8:50 to go here in the first. Colorado with a 1-0 lead here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from Pro Shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
Good news, homeowners. Over the last 5 years, home values have increased more than 40%. Bad news, homeowners. Some of you haven't adjusted your insurance to cover your home's increased value, which means a natural disaster could also be a financial disaster. Relax, people. Talk to an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you have the coverage you need today to ensure a happy tomorrow. Safety insurance will help you manage life storms.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
Fans, don't miss the excitement Tuesday night as the Bruins will be back here at TD Garden to take on the New York Islanders. That's a 7:15 face-off Tickets are going fast. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to lock in your spot and be part of the crowd as the Bees hit the home ice. It's one of those nights where everybody's playing at 15-minute intervals. So reason for the slightly delayed start time is chance in tight here from the Shushkin, turned away by Swayman. Now Asamont blocked a shot from up top by Burns. Puck into the near corner. Manson keeps a lot. Around to the far circle. Nelson pursued toward the corner by Minton. Got it back to the point. Burns to Manson. Landeskog fighting his way through traffic, able to stay with a bouncing puck. Now down deep it comes to Nelson. He was going to play it into the corner. Nishushkin just fell down over there. The puck came his way anyway. Wasn't able to play it. Bruins will break out. Jeannot ahead of the attacking blue line. Off the near glass. Minton trying to keep it moving toward the slot. Taken away, and Brindley will bring the Avalanche back the other way. Zadorov shadowing him as they go into the far corner. Brindley still moving the puck toward the near side. On the wall, trying to find the handle was Bardakov. Instead it'll be Kastelik. Gets out toward neutral ice, but he takes a hit from Solovyov. They've collided a few times already in this game. Dump in towards Swayman. Just in front of the goal line extended. He played it and sent it around behind the net. Bruins break out. Beecher and Corrali coming forward, but neither guy could really find the handle on that. Bardakov throws it back into Swayman's trapezoid. Jeremy will hand it off for Jokiharju from the near circle. Callahan to the far side. Corrali flips it deep from the red line and chases into the near corner. Taves gets there first. Got it to Nechas at the hash marks. Lehkonen to McKinnon coming with speed through neutral ice. Stops just inside the line. Tried to get it off for the trailer, Nechas, but couldn't knock that out of the air. Callahan in the far corner. Can't get it cleared. Nechas now turns out of that corner with it. Turns and fires a forehand shot. Never made it to the net. Swayman made a save, though, inside on Lehkonen. McKinnon's got it. Gives to McCarr down the right wing circle. Hands off. Nechas peels off from the high slot back toward the blue line. Jokiharju in tow. Nechas just going round and round, trying to find some open space. Gets a shot through. Swayman made the pad save. Callahan clears it off the near boards out to center ice. Bruins will try to get some changes on here. Avalanche looking to reload quickly, but pass intended for McCarr broken up. Geekie gets it to the Colorado zone, but quickly runs out of room. 6:15 remaining here in the first period. Colorado's got the only goal. Taves through center ice. Pass off right side, Drury. Turns along the far boards. Deals it back for a one-timer. And that one sticked out of play by Swayman.
Well, a couple of good opportunities by the Avalanche. Talk about Nechas in the offensive zone. Just wheeling and dealing. Looked like the Harlem Globetrotters there for a few minutes. Got the puck down to the front of the net. Lehkonen was able to knock that puck out of the air, and Swayman had to be sharp on the redirect. But again, time and space in the offensive zone by the Avalanche because they're moving their feet and they get themselves into open areas. Bruins are doing a better job than they did on Thursday night, in my opinion, of having like a five-man box in the defensive zone, rather.
Middlestat gets knocked down along the near boards by Manson, but able to get the puck out of the zone and a long pass across ice. Zaka just missed Middlestat. Middlestat keeps it alive, though. Lorai left circle. Shot got partially blocked. Arvidsson tried to tuck it in, and they score! Arvidsson along that far side had a couple of cracks at it. Finally gets it to go, and the Bruins are tied at 1, and Arvidsson's got his first in a Bruins uniform.
And he's behind the net. He bounces this puck off Wedgwood. Wedgwood goes for the initial shot. Arvidsson stops the initial shot, I think, and the puck kind of goes behind the back of the net as Lohrei takes the initial scoring opportunity, tries to stuff it, and then he banks it off the blocker of Wedgwood into the back of the net. Wedgwood didn't realize that the initial shot was stopped. And then there's just a big scramble to get back to the front of the net, and good job by Arvidsson to bank it off his back pad.
So Arvidsson in his 10th game as a Bruin, his first goal to go along with 3 assists. Bruins have tied it up. 5:33 left in this first period. Just their second shot on goal. As the puck collected behind the Colorado net here by Manson. Avalanche moving from right to left. Long pass all the way to the Bruins zone. Lohrei Directed that into the near corner. Peak took a heavy hit. Bruins get it out, though, and have some numbers coming up ice with Jeannot. Jeannot in front, score! Eyssimont! And just like that, the Bruins are in front 2-1.
Take advantage of Colorado being a little bit aggressive in their neutral zone. Becomes a 2-on-1. Eyssimont does a nice job of going to the net on the Jeannot pass. It is one times it before Wedge was able to get back. But again, Colorado tries to pinch up in that neutral zone, creates this 2-on-1 opportunity, and the Bruins take advantage of it. Again, speed for that neutral zone by the Bruins. Eyssimont going right to the net, put your stick on the ice and redirect that nice pass by Jeannot before Wedgwood could get back to the right post.
So Mikey Eyssimont picks up his second of the year. And Boston goes from down 1 to up 1 very quickly. We've got 5 minutes to go here in the period. Those goals 37 seconds apart. Taves drops one for McKinnon and a redirected one-timer as Minton got a piece of it with a stick. It broke his stick, as a matter of fact. Swayman corrals it and draws a stoppage with 4:50 to go here in the first period. Bruins 2, Avalanche 1. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Feeding the Puck for Families is proudly presented by the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation. With every assist, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate funds to the Greater Boston Food Bank to end hunger here in our local communities. Up to $50,000. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Electrical contractors, your crews have better things to do than sit in their trucks and name cloud formations. Let Granite City Electric Supply get your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery to your job site by 6 a.m. or pick up your materials with 24/7 access at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations. Let's face it, knowing your supplies will arrive at 2 p.m. doesn't help you in the morning. Experience the GCE Night Train difference from Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Score a hat trick with Avidia Bank's free checking. Get your paycheck up to 2 days early. Enjoy free ATMs through the Sum and All Point networks. And never get blindsided by minimum balance requirements or monthly fees. That's a win for your wallet, hockey fans. Visit AvidiaBank.com. Avidia Bank. Honest to goodness. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Mikey Eysimont's goal set up by Tanner Jeannot and Mason Lohrei is today's electric play delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Bruins leading 2-1. We've got 4:38 to go here in the first period. A shot through neutral ice. Taves will control here for Colorado. They've outshot the Bruins 12-4 so far, but it's Boston with the one-goal lead. McAvoy from his own zone. Brings it out to his own blue line. Now pivots back. He'll give it for Zadorov between the face-off circles. Up the left side, pass for Elias Lindholm. Bounced away from him. Avalanche try to get quickly back on offense, but McAvoy holds against Parker Kelly far side. Now it's Kastelik near the red line. Pass gathered in by Geekie. Pasternak just on. Takes a hit from Kelly in front of the Colorado bench. Lindholm poked it into the Avalanche zone, but cleared right back out, and up the right side comes Brindley. Winds it around the boards toward Kelly in the near corner. Shoved against the wall by Jokiharju. Puck in their skates. Geekie and Bardakov both digging in there for it as well. Now it'll come loose to Callahan. Skates behind his own net. Pass to the far side. Missed Lindholm, but missed Burns as well. It'll angle all the way down toward Wedgwood. And he'll set it up at the side of the net for Manson. From the red line, dumped in by Manson. Swayman to the back of the net to Lohrei, far corner. Arvidsson Finds Middlestat breaking out, coming up the right wing side. Middlestat put it just wide on the stick side from the top of the face-off circle on the far wall. He's able to send it back toward the corner was Middlestat, but now the Avs in control as Olofsson skates out toward his own blue line. Pass toward the Boston line, picked off by Middlestat. Zacha back to Middlestat, moving through the slot. Couldn't get that puck to settle for him. And the Avalanche clear it back out.
A transition, though, from defense to offense for the Bruins on a couple of shifts. Middlestat had a couple of opportunities. Zacha then had a good job by that line of creating offense from defense. Quick passes up through the neutral zone, trying to catch the Avalanche defense.
They've gotten the Avs to turn the puck over at that offensive blue line a few times so far. And gives the Bruins a chance to counterpunch. And now they're going to get a power play here as McAvoy's shot gets knocked down. It's kept alive at the blue line. Extra skater coming on here with 2:11 to play in the period. Jeannot, there's 2 sticks down on the ice. One broken, one I think just dropped as Lindholm fires one wide of the net. It'll come all the way back toward the Boston zone. Bruins with the extra skater on the delayed penalty. Minute 50 to go in the period as Pastrnak will get around Lehkonen and into the attack zone. Pass comes bouncing back to Zadorov. The Avalanche able to touch it up and draw the whistle for the penalty. But Boston will get their first power play late here in the first period and up a goal.
Yeah, it looked like Mitten got his stick slashed in the offensive zone.
Number 92, 2-minute minor, holding the stick.
Landeskog for holding the stick.
Oh, there you go, that too.
Well, I mean, Mitten was one of those 2 sticks that was down. His was broken in half. The other one was laying there, so maybe that was the one that Landeskog snatched out of somebody's hands.
But the Bruins did a good job again to get, you talked about it, Ryan, about taking advantage of the neutral zone. The Avalanche like to jump up, but their defensemen be active in that neutral zone. You can catch them by chipping the puck past them, and that's exactly what the Bruins did on that shift. Creates this opportunity in the power play.
Bruins, for the first time this year, had 2 power play goals in a game on Thursday night against Anaheim. They win the face-off here in the offensive zone. McAvoy gets it over to Pastrnak, far side for a shot. Scramble in front. Here's McAvoy with a shot. That one goes wide to the far side. Zacha's got it along the far hash marks. Gets it back to Geekie, who's out near the point. Now McAvoy, center blue line. Back over to Geekie. One-timer. Rebound off of Wedgwood. Zacha had a point-blank chance, and somehow Wedgwood able to make the glove save.
Well, good job by the Bruins to control the puck on the offensive zone face-off and move the puck from left to right and back to the left side. The shot by Geekie comes from that left point position. Wedgwood makes the initial save, and Zacha has the puck on his backhand. He's just trying to chip that puck into the open net, and Wedgwood, out of desperation, throws that glove into an area where he's hoping that the puck's going to go, and fortunately for him it does, and unfortunately for Zacha, he doesn't get that puck in the net.
Face-off win by Brock Nelson. Puck rattled around the far side. Zacha out near the blue line to keep it alive. Now Geekie in a battle with Taves. And Nishushkin able to reach in there and win the puck. He'll send it all the way down towards Swayman. Minute 10 to go in the period. 1:26 to go on the Bruins power play. They lead 2-1 here on Colorado. Zacha through center ice. Hands off there to Elias Lindholm. Now Pastrnak into the middle for Zacha. Got bumped off of it. McAvoy feeds it for Geekie coming in the right circle. But his shot gets smothered by Wedgwood. He covers it up.
When Zacha's playing well, you can see he wants that puck, and he had that puck on his stick in the offensive zone. A little bit of traffic there. So what's he do? He drops the puck back to McAvoy. Actually overskates this, but McAvoy does a great job of recognizing he's got Geekie coming down that right-hand side. Right-handed shooter as well. Tried to go 5-hole on Wedgwood, but Wedgwood does a nice job of closing it up just in time and holding up for a face-off.
Face-off in the near circle down to our right. And Drury gets kicked out of the draw here for Colorado. But Parker Kelly gets in there against Elias Lindholm. Elias wins it cleanly. McAvoy from Pastrnak over to Geekie far side. One-timer blocked by Drury. McAvoy's got it back near side circle to Pastrnak. Again, McAvoy, center blue line. Pastrnak on the right side. Long shot. Gets knocked down in front. Lindholm trying to get it back through the slot, but had it taken away, and Kelly will push it up through center ice. McAvoy right back to Pastrnak, trying to get Lindholm back into the attack zone. Didn't connect. That allows the Avs to send it all the way down ice with 25 to go in the period.
And Drury went right down the tunnel after blocking that shot by Pastrnak to the left side. It looked like it hit him hard in that leg or something.
Brought through neutral ice here by Middlestat. Tried to get it off toward the near boards for Yoki Haru. That was blocked. Arvidsson with 8 to go in the period. Chips it along that far side. Makar had it hit him in the midsection, and then he's able to track it down, steer it around the near boards, and that will do it for period number 1. So the Bruins fell behind early in this one on Arturi Lekkonen's goal at 4:26, but they come back with 2 of their own in less than 40 seconds and grab a 2-1 lead at the end of 1 here at TD Garden. And we'll return for our first intermission next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Season, Blue Sky is restoring historic Garden moments on the ice. Tune in to the Bruins Radio Network every home game to hear this date in history, restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord, or 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Introducing your ultimate golf destination, the Golf Galaxy Performance Center at Wayside, opening October 15th. Celebrate with us at the grand opening event, October 24th through the 26th, with over $30,000 in giveaways and prizes, including our 10K closest to the pin contest. Discover the latest golf clubs, explore cutting-edge styles, and immerse yourself in a brand new golf experience. And the first 100 adults in line each day will receive a mystery gift card with a chance to win up to $500. Learn more at golfgalaxy.com/Burlington.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
Bruins able to battle back and grab a 2-1 lead at the end of 1 here this afternoon at TD Garden. 2-1 the score over the Colorado Avalanche. And as part of our first intermission today, we look back at the week around the NHL. Big week for former Bruin Ryan Donato. Netted 2 game winners for the Blackhawks. An emotional return to TD Garden for Brad Marchand earlier this week. And the Sharks and Rangers with a wild one at MSG that ended with dueling hat tricks and an overtime game winner. Here are your NHL plays of the week.
Mahura, right to left, far side Eberle. Now Mahura gets by, scores! Josh Mahura, his first goal as a Seattle Kraken, wins it in overtime. 4-3 in Toronto.
Well, it all started back at the end, the Kraken end for Mahura as he got that puck behind the net. Came out with a great feed, dabbed up the side of the boards. He got it back to him and got a breakaway out of it. Goes down that right side, beats Stolars. Kraken 4-3 overtime win. Bring on the funnel cakes.
Drysdale had trouble getting away from Rossi, but finally did. Now Forster up the middle, hits the Minnesota line, gave it to Cates. Cates walked in, shoots, he scores! The overtime winner for Noah Cates, his second goal of the year. And the Flyers beat the Wild in OT 2-1.
Lacombe behind the net, stripped of the puck by Donato. Trying to give it over to Bedard. It rolls off his stick. The Ducks are back the other way. 2-on-1. Carlson over the Hawk line. Right circle. Send it over to the left wing corner. McTavish just bumped off the puck. Rinzel's got it. 3-on-1 break in overtime. Donato over the line. Put it over to Bedard. Shoots! Endo Stahl makes the save with a chest. Rebound. They score! Ryan Donato took a feed from behind the Duck net from Bedard and snapped it past Stahl. The Hawks win in overtime, 2-1.
Riley now with a shot blocked in front by Pesce. It's played off the side of the net by Toronto. And finally, it's Pratt skating out to center ice. Finds Jack in front of the Devils bench toward the empty net. It rolls in. It was deflected, and then it rolled on its edge, and it goes in for the third career hat trick for Jack Hughes, and the Devils lead 5-2.
Standing ovation from the crowd here at TD Garden, saluting their former captain, who is visibly moved to tears, watching the tribute video on the center ice scoreboard.
Some shortage of highlights for that.
No question.
For his career.
Forsling, outlet, Bennett, right side room. Tom, the right circle, pulls up in front for Hagee. Shot, he rang it off the post. Bouncer, and they score! They score! It went off the post. It looked like it went off a Bruin and in. And the Panthers have taken a 4-3 lead with 25.7 seconds to play. Verhaeghe ripped it off the iron. It took a bounce, and it looked like it went off a Bruin and in. And that's exactly what happened. Off the post, off peak, past Swayman, and the Panthers regain the lead 4-3 with 25.7 seconds to play.
Savoy against Pinto. Savoy wins it. Woolman scores! Jake Woolman, welcome back! The Oilers win it 3-2 in overtime.
Savoy, clean face-off win. He's played center in his career before. And he won the draw. That helped them win the game.
It'll be a power play goal. There was just 1 second left to go in the penalty to Stutzla.
New hook at Demidov on the ice for the Canadiens. Here's Demidov into the Calgary zone. Through the middle, waiting, passing off. They score! Mike Matheson off the feed from Demidov. And it's an overtime win for Montreal in Calgary.
Kucherov, top of the right circle, stripped of the puck by Teravainen. Lead pass ahead. Here's Nazar breaking in the Lightning zone. He shoots, blocker save, rebound, score! Ryan Donato took the rebound off of Vasilevsky. It bounced into the left wing circle, and Donato snaps it past Vasilevsky for the go-ahead goal with 53 seconds left in the third. It's now 3-2 in favor of the Hawks. That's Donato's fifth on the season and second in this game.
Sharks keep the pressure on now. Can they get another opportunity? 14 seconds left. Here comes the shot. Smith in front trying to tip that opportunity. Taken there by Orlov, but it's wide in the corner. Celebrini shoots. He scores! Macklin Celebrini with 5.8 seconds left gets the pass in front from the corner after the Sharks win the battle, and he gets his second career hat trick, and he ties the game 4-4.
Miller, a pass for Radish in transition. He scores! Taylor Radish with a slap shot short side. It's a hat trick for Radish to tie the game 5-5. What a night for Taylor Radish. In his short Rangers tenure, he has a hat trick, and this game is tied.
Smith backhands over to Celebrini, right side, cycles it back to Smith. Smith with speed down the left side, cross the line, holds the puck. He's got Celebrini breaking in. Macklin goes for the win, and he shoots it. It's stopped by Shesterkin from the point-blank range, 5 feet in front of the net. Celebrini digs it free. Cross-ice, Smith shot. He scores! Will Smith gets the game winner from Macklin Celebrini, and an entire Sharks bench comes roaring out with Nedeljkovic from the goal crease to celebrate with Will Smith. The Sharks win it in overtime, 6-5.
That wild one finished off by Will Smith. Finishing off our plays of the week from around the NHL as well. Bruins have a 2-1 lead over the Colorado Avalanche after one period here at TD Garden. We'll check the out-of-town scores when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
What if you had the smartest Wi-Fi? If you did, it'd be Xfinity, of course, and it'd come with their best state-of-the-art equipment. It would boost speeds to the devices that needed them most, prioritizing your most important connections, whether you were streaming, gaming, or gaming while pretending to work. And it would let you stream 4. That's right, 4 games on one screen. It would even power your mobile connection so you could bring faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds with you where you use it most. It would be proactive and fix problems before you knew you had them. Impressive, right? And it would have security features that protect you from threats at home and online. Kinda like a force field for your life. If you had the smartest Wi-Fi, well, everything would work together seamlessly to keep you connected, no matter what. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply.
Kids eat free at the 99 every Sunday in October. Kids get a free meal from the kids menu with every adult entree purchased. You gotta love the 9s.
The heating oil industry is changing, and that's good news for heating oil customers and the environment. This is Michael Ferranti with the Massachusetts Energy Marketers Association. Many of our member companies are now delivering clean, renewable biofuels. Biofuels reduce carbon emissions immediately. They are made from products including soybean oil and recycled cooking oils. Biofuels must meet rigid specifications. They are safe and economical, and they are approved by state energy and environmental officials. What's not going to change is the 24/7 customer service that heating oil retailers provide. Learn more at mybioheat.com.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
Back here at TD Garden, Bruins with a 2-1 lead over Colorado after one period of play. Let's look at the other action around the NHL today and tonight. There was one game that is already a final, a back-and-forth third period, as the Philadelphia Flyers get a couple of goals from Trevor Zegras, tying the game at 3, end up winning 4-3 over the Islanders in the shootout today. That gets Philadelphia back to the 500 mark. Islanders now 4-3 on the season. Elsewhere, other games later, 5 o'clock starts in Tampa, where the Lightning are looking for just their second win in 8 games so far this year. 1-4-2 record on the line as they take on the Anaheim Ducks, who are fresh off their win here in Boston on Thursday night. Also 5 o'clock start, Buffalo visiting the Toronto Maple Leafs. Those two teams played last night in Buffalo. Sabres won that one. Leafs are now a game below the 500 mark early in the season. 6 o'clock face-offs. The Florida Panthers will host the Vegas Golden Knights. Bruce Cassidy's Golden Knights have yet to lose in regulation, 5-0-2 on the season so far. At 6 o'clock, the Utah Mammoth will take on the Minnesota Wild. 7 o'clock face-offs in Detroit, where the Red Wings host the St. Louis Blues tonight. Columbus visits Pittsburgh at 7 o'clock. Ottawa will be in Washington to take on the Capitals. That's the Bruins' next opponent, by the way, the Ottawa Senators. We'll see them up north of the border on Monday night. Montreal Canadiens out to a 6-3 start on the season as they visit Vancouver on Hockey Night in Canada tonight, 7 o'clock face-off. 8 o'clock starts in Nashville. The Predators hosting the LA Kings. Both of those teams at 500 so far this season. Carolina with a 6-1 record as they visit the Dallas Stars tonight. And the late game at 10 o'clock in Seattle, the Kraken against the Oilers. 2-1 Bruins over at Colorado at the end of one. We'll have the second period coming up from TD Garden here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
Layer on the flavor with the DQ sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
20th Century Studios presents Springsteen. Witness a true story of risking it all.
These new songs, they're the only thing making sense to me right now.
To fight for what you believe in.
This is not going to be good for Bruce. I don't need to be perfect. I just want it to feel right.
Springsteen. Rated PG-13. Parental guidance suggested for children under 13. Now playing only in theaters.
Ladies and gentlemen, football fans of Foxborough, are you ready to tackle cyber threats? IntraSystems, New England's leader in cybersecurity solutions, presents the ultimate defensive front against malware, phishing, and cyber blitzes with Barracuda's XDR solution. Barracuda's XDR solution is relentless, fast, and always keeping threats in check. Contact IntraSystems today to protect your business with the champions of cybersecurity. Remember, a good defense wins championships and keeps your data safe. Access Security Trust. IntraSystems.com.
The question always comes up, where to take your vehicle for reliable and trustworthy service, whether it's repair or just maintenance. I know just the place. Meineke Car Care is your one-stop shop for total car care. They handle engines, brakes, oil, tires, and yeah, they do mufflers too. Each Meineke is independently owned and operated. That's why I trust them to handle the maintenance of my personal vehicle. Meineke prides itself on providing exceptional customer service. Go to Meineke.com for the location near you and schedule an appointment today. Trust your key with Meineke, doing car care right.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub.
Directed that into the near corner. Peak took a heavy hit. Bruins get it out, though, and have some numbers coming up ice with Jeannot. Jeannot in front, score! Eyssimont! And just like that, the Bruins are in front 2-1. Bruins with a 2-1 lead over the Avalanche after one period. We're joined downstairs by Mikey Eyssimont, who scored the go-ahead goal. 2 goals for you guys in about 40 seconds. How does that play develop? What's your read on that as you and Jeannot end up with an odd man rush there?
Yeah, we're just trying to take advantage of one of the things the Avs do, which is kind of a high-risk, high-reward pinch there in the D zone. We've had a lot of chances to do it tonight and haven't made it happen, but that time we did.
It looks like you guys are doing a really good job as well defensively of getting that puck and moving it offensively, moving it forward. Is that something you guys are stressing as well?
Yeah, it's better. The hard part for us isn't scoring; it's keeping the puck out of our back of net these past 2 or 3 games. So, that's something we've talked about. It's something we had a heart-to-heart about, and something we got to keep doing.
It sounded like there was a lot of frustration from the guys in that locker room after Thursday night's loss. Do you feel like you've gotten to the point where enough's enough?
I mean, yeah, we've been there. This is a veteran group, so there's guys that aren't going to stand for this, and it's up to me and some of the lower guys to follow in their footsteps.
Appreciate the time, Mikey. Good luck in the second.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks to Mikey Eyssimont for joining us. He's brought to you by TD Bank. TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Bruins leading 2-1 as we start the second period. They'll be going from right to left on offense. Get the puck deep in behind Wedgwood here. Quickly wrapped up the near boards, though. And Landeskog trying to gain the attack zone, but his pass is picked off. McAvoy sends it up the right side. Zaka and now Elias Lindholm getting it into the Colorado zone, but cleared right back out of there by McCarr. A rally near the red line, poked one forward. Landeskog regroups here for Colorado. Arturi Lehkonen from Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar at 4:26 of the first. Victor Arvidsson at 14:16 for Boston, with his first from Mason Lohrei and Casey Middlestat 39 seconds later. At 14:56, Mikey Eyssimont from Tanner Jeannot and Lohrei for his second assist of the game at 14:55. That's the difference right now. Hansen carrying into the Boston zone. Shot from the near circle, angled wide of the net. Lehkonen gets knocked down along the far boards by Kastelik. Corrali will send out towards center ice for Beecher. Broken up, Nachos will hand off for McKinnon coming toward the near side. McKinnon sends into the middle. Lehkonen over to the far side for a one-timer as they tried to set up Nachos, but that one ended up going off the back glass in the corner. Burns. Pass blocked by Kastelik near circle. Lohrei hammers it off the boards out to center ice. Kastelik picks it up in stride. Down the right circle, trying to catch up with that puck. Ends up chasing it into the corner. Deals off now for Middlestat. Middlestat sends into the middle. Tipped by Zacha just wide of Wedgwood. Lobbed out into neutral ice by Drury.
And Bruins are doing a really good job of man-on-man right now tonight in this game. Better job of taking away time and space. And you saw a nice opportunity for Zacha because of the Middlestat play, getting puck possession in that offensive zone.
Jokiharju dumps one in from the red line. Around the near side it comes. Zacha on the wall trying to find it in his skates. It's a shoulder from Ross Colton. Avalanche start out. They're moving from left to right. Drury sends a soft one in from the blue line in on Swayman. They force Jeremy to cover it up to a face-off in the defensive zone with 2:21 gone in the second period.
A team that wants to go with a lot of speed like the Avalanche, they want to jump up in the play. They want to go forward, not backward, and the Bruins are doing a nice job of really, we talked about this morning in the radio show about taking away time and space and getting a body in front of each other, of the Avalanche, and not allowing them to get their speed going. The Bruins are doing a really nice job of that so far here in this game.
Yeah, the second and third periods in Colorado last week, they weren't able to slow down, especially McKinnon. Every time he touched the puck, he was going end to end, it felt like, and using that speed through the neutral zone and forcing them to back off as he got to the blue line. As Asamont brings it ahead here for Boston to the back of the net toward the near side. We've got a penalty coming here against the Avalanche. Olofsson touches up to draw the whistle, and holding is the indication. Ilya Solovyov is arguing, but he is also headed toward the penalty box, and the Bruins will go to the power play for the second time today.
Solovyov takes his hand off his stick and wraps it around Anisimov around the back of the net, right in front of the referee. Really a difficult one to argue because good job by the Bruins though to get that puck in the offensive zone. And you take that hand off your stick, you wrap it around the player, it's obviously going to get called, especially when it's right in front of the referee.
So Boston to the power play for the second time. Unable to score on their first, which wrapped into the first 15 seconds of this second period. Elias Lindholm will take the attack zone faceoff here against Brock Nelson. Nelson wins it and pulls it back behind the net. McCarr first to it. Will send one all the way down the ice wide of Jeremy Swayman.
Time for the Bruins to get some separation on the Avalanche, right? They were playing from behind. Make another team play from behind. Here's a chance on this power play to do just that.
And home backs it up to Zacha coming out of his own zone. Carries all the way into the Colorado end. Self-pass off the far boards. Zacha bats it down low to Geekie, stepping behind the net toward the near side. Pasternak waiting back at the left point. He gives it to Lindholm, moving through the high slot. Hands off to McAvoy at the blue line. Far circle Zacha. Back up top for McAvoy. He'll give it to Pasternak now, who takes over on the far side. Back across near side off of Karam. It comes to Geekie. McAvoy, Pasternak, top of the right circle. Back to Geekie. Disrupted on its way through the high slot. Geekie able to keep it moving for Lindholm, but now under pressure at the blue line. Kept alive. Here's Lindholm. Near circle Zacha. Down low Pasternak in front. Went right through the top of the crease. Untouched into the far corner. McAvoy now with the right point. Over to Pasternak near side. Goes all the way across. Lindholm in front. And that one kicked away before they could get a shot. Near side McAvoy holds in again. 48 to go on the power play. Geekie along the left wing side. Deals it down toward the goal line, extended for Elias Lindholm. Back to Geekie at the left point. Over to Pasternak. Puck rolled over his stick. He's able to gather it in. Flips it toward that far circle under pressure and turned over. Taves to Nichushkin. Comes ahead for a long shot in on Swayman, who drops it back into play and goes quick up to Geekie at the red line. Finds a cutting Pasternak. In across the line they come. Bruins changing the rest of the unit. Middlestat to Geekie. Left circle, a shot. The one-timer turned away by Wedgwood, and the Avs clear with 14 to go on the power play.
Avalanche went for a line change. 3 of their 4 players went off the ice and allowed the Bruins to get right back up in the offensive zone, and now they iced the puck on the power play.
And it dumped in from his own blue line by Lorai, and so faceoff will come back in the Boston zone. That'll kill off essentially the last 4 seconds of this power play chance.
That good puck movement by the Bruins on that power play. Thought a couple of times they had opportunity to shoot the puck. They ended up passing it, but nice puck movement. Middlestat with a great opportunity, moving it again to Geekie. I think Middlestat might have had a better chance of getting that shot. Geekie's kind of off the angle, but hey, it's easier from up here than it is down there.
It is something that Elias Lindholm mentioned the other day when he was talking to the media about, that power play unit in particular. He's, we're trying to get that perfect pass, and sometimes it's better just to get the shot off. And as you said, I think there were a couple of opportunities there where they could have shot and didn't. So we hit 5 minutes gone by here in this second period. Still 2-1 Bruins. Power play is over. Puck comes around the near boards. Arvidsson and Burns collide. Nachos will play it back toward the center of the blue line. Manson, Nachos turns, fires, saves Swayman, scramble for the rebound as it got away from him. And from his knees near the crease, Lehkonen had the opportunity, just could not get that puck to settle and get a shot off.
Nachos, again, in the offensive zone, just doing whatever he wants to do in the offensive zone, creating space for himself. That's that scoring opportunity.
Manson along the far side, trying to get away from Zadorov. Zadorov able to twist him into the corner. Kastelik pushed it up the wall, kept alive out near the blue line by Bardakov. His shot redirected toward the near side. Nachos wiped out along the near side hash marks, and that gave the Bruins a chance to clear the puck. He'll head off on a change now, and a turnover in the Colorado zone. Kastelik nearly got to walk right into Wedgwood. Instead, Avalanche regain. Malinsky will lob it out to center ice. Batted away from Nichushkin by Zadorov. Here's Asimov carrying into the Colorado zone. Down the left side he comes. Trying to wheel it in front. Malinsky denied that. Landeskog into the middle for Solovyov. Now on the right side, Malinsky sends one through the slot in the Bruins zone. Landeskog's got it off the far wall. Behind the net, Andrew Peak takes away and leads it up the left side here for Jeannot. Jeannot cutting into the middle, gives it to Fraser Minton on his right side. Minton tried to backhand one toward the slot. That was blocked. Asimont hammers it back down low, but cut off there by Taves. Nichushkin finds Makar coming out across his own blue line, carries it toward the Boston zone. McAvoy chips one off the far wall, can't get it out, but Landeskog has it blocked, and here's Minton from Pasternak, and the puck just squirting away from Minton as he tried to get in on the break. Pasternak now on the far circle with a shot, and Wedgwood cradles that one against his body. We'll take a timeout with 12:56 to go here in the second period. Bruins 2, Avalanche 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. Because they'll
be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins
can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the
extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
If you're thinking about a new kitchen, deck, windows, doors, or any home project, visit CCL Homescapes in Abington. Nothing beats the product selection and the experts on hand to help you at every turn. Open during the week and on Saturdays, 8 to noon. CCL Homescapes, right in Abington.
Your gear isn't just your equipment, it's part of your game. At Monkey Sports Superstore in Norwood, they'll help you find the best fit for your sports, style, and level of play. Need sharpening, restringing, or adjusting? They got you. Go talk to their experts and leave with the gear you trust. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Mike Rowe here with another fun fact. If your concrete is cracked or uneven, you can actually lift it back up. Whether it's a sinking driveway, a patio, or a sidewalk, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to lift your concrete slabs. Busy Dog Basement Technologies is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
This is Boston's home for sports.
Score a hat trick with Avidia Bank's free checking. Get your paycheck up to 2 days early. Enjoy free ATMs through the Sum and All Point networks and no minimum balance or monthly fees. Visit avidiabank.com for details. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member DIF. 12:56 left here in the second period. Bruins with a 2-1 lead over the Avalanche. Ryan Johnston joined by Kenny Hodge today. In for Bob Beers, who's off attending a family event. He'll be back with us on Monday. Avalanche will break out of their zone here, moving from left to right. Burns swings a pass over toward Drury, left side. Couldn't get it back to the net. Callahan along the end boards for the Bruins. Held against the wall by Olofsson. Puck frozen up against the boards by their sticks. Now Colton able to pull it free. Callahan and he continuing to wrestle after it. Jokiharju pushed it up the wall. Burns misplayed at the blue line. Bruins with a 3-on-1. Pastrnak coming right side. Got it across. Geeky one-timer. What a stop by Wedgwood. Sliding to his right with a pad save. Lindholm puts a long shot wide on that stick side. And the Avalanche dodge a bullet. They get the puck out to center ice.
Geeky had 2 opportunities on that. Once the initial shot was taken, nice save by Wedgwood with the right pad, and the rebound came right back to him. He just couldn't get that puck up over the pad.
Lehkonen with a pass up the left side for McKinnon. McKinnon across the line. Turns with it at the blue line. Tried to cut back toward the near side. McAvoy got a piece of it. McKinnon tracked it down, throws it toward the net. Now McAvoy finds Middlestat, and the Bruins break out. Arvidsson hands off to a cutting Zacha. Just inside the Colorado line. Gives to Middlestat. High slot, deflected shot, and Wedgwood with a glove save. Hangs on to it.
Zacha does a really nice job here down that right wing side of bringing the puck into the offensive zone. That brings all 5 Avalanche guys with him. And Middlestat just does a nice job of holding up, delaying on the play down the left wing boards. He gets into a soft area in the top of the face-off circles and he gets that scoring opportunity. Hits a stick, so he didn't get a lot on that shot, but nice save by Wedgwood out there challenging that shot. But the Bruins have got that scoring opportunity from Geeky in the initial play. As you mentioned, Ryan, that Brent Burns tried to keep that puck in the offensive zone at the left point. He just couldn't do it and gave that beat the Bruins a 3-on-1.
Scott Wedgwood has played, or started every game this year for Colorado, his 9th in a row. As a shot attempt by Arvidsson gets blocked into the far corner. Got pulled in that game against Carolina the other night after surrendering 4 goals in a little under 14 minutes. But has looked at the top of his game here so far. And the Bruins are going to get another power play as off the attack zone faceoff. Kelly gets whistled for slashing. So with 11:22 to go here in the second, Boston with their 3rd power play chance coming up. Oh, check that. Yeah. Kelly sitting in the penalty box, just got sprung, and Pavel Zacha goes in for the Bruins box. So Parker Kelly was confused as well.
It looked like Arvidsson lost his stick in the offensive zone down that right wing side. It looked like that was a slash call, but they're going to call that. That should have been the penalty right there, in my opinion. As Arvidsson went to the puck, that Kelly slashed his stick. That's why Kelly went right to the box.
Wow. So Zacha got a little piece maybe up around the hands of Bardakov, but you're right. I mean,
both.
Yeah, Kelly clearly slashed the stick out of the hands of Arvidsson. We see that called on a regular basis. So the Bruins short-handed now for the first time instead of getting their 3rd power play chance. Makar played it toward the near boards. Olofsson had it knocked away by Zadorov, and the puck will be cleared all the way down.
Beecher does a great job of forcing McKinnon on the initial play, and then Zadorov read the pass, was going to his left side. He went attacked as well. The Bruins got an easy clear.
Colorado power play 4 for 34 on the season. That's just under 12% success rate. As Makar deals for Olofsson, they play catch out near the blue line. Olofsson on the right side. Passes down to McKinnon. Centering pass gets blocked off the skate of Minton. Jeannot will carry the Bruins out here shorthanded. All the way to the Colorado zone. Chips into the corner around Makar. Now tries to eat that puck in the far corner against Olofsson. Minute 10 to go on the power play for Colorado.
With all that talent, you wonder how they could be 12%.
Well, that's what Jared Bednar said, too. He's like, we've tinkered with it a little bit, but he said, we think the groups that we've got should be successful, so we're going to stick with it. McKinnon will carry into the Boston zone to Shushkin. Off the far boards back to Makar, rather. McKinnon turns with it near the far circle, sets up Nichushkin for a one-timer that redirects wide. McKinnon into the middle, and from the tops of the circles, Nichushkin's shot turned away by Swayman. Nichushkin complaining that he might have gotten slashed there as well, heads back to the bench.
He kind of got lost in the offensive zone there, but two big opportunities in the slot area, and Swayman had to make a save on the second one.
20 seconds to go on the power play for the Avalanche. Brindley wraps the puck around to the far side. Landeskog handed off to Nelson. Taves, near side of the blue line. Puck got through onto that far side circle, and Brindley tried to fire back toward the net. Ended up in the near corner, and Zadorov gets the clear. That'll do it for the Zacha penalty. So
real good penalty kill for the Bruins, though. I know they gave them the cushion opportunity, but that's about all they gave to the Avalanche on that power play.
Brindley will carry ahead of the red line off the left side. Here's Landeskog at the top of the circle. Arvidsson blocks his attempt into the far corner. Landeskog will play it back down deep. Lehkonen to Landeskog at the bottom of that far circle. And out behind the net looking for Kelly. Lohrei gets a stick in there. Zacha with a free puck in the corner, but his pass gets picked off by Landeskog, who's trying to get himself into shooting position. Instead, Mittelstadt winds up with the puck. Outlet just out of the reach of Zacha. Dumped right back in by Burns here for Colorado. 8:38 to go second period. Bruins 2-1 leaders. Either team has scored here in the second. Peak angles it off the far boards toward Mittelstadt. And it's going to jump off of Manson and into the Bruins bench for a stoppage in play. So just under 8.5 minutes to go in the second. It's the Bruins leading by 1 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
When it's really cold, you'll feel it in your bones. And your house will feel it in its pipes. Of course, if your pipes burst, you're going to feel it in your wallet, too. That's why Safety Insurance offers discounts to Massachusetts and New Hampshire homeowners if you have water leak devices or freeze detection systems. It's smart to think safety first. Ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life storms.
Electrical contractors, Granite City Electric has a convenient way for you to pick up and access your materials 24/7. Introducing the GCE Night Train Depot. Pick up supplies when it's convenient for you. All materials are stored safely indoors, and order size doesn't matter. It's not a locker. Best of all, it's free with over 27 Night Train Depot locations across New England. Convenience and savings all delivered to you from Granite City Electric Supply, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers by visiting peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. 8:28 remaining here in the second period. Bruins leading the Avalanche 2-1. Faceoff will come just outside of the Colorado zone.
How'd you like the throwback jerseys the other night?
I have mixed feelings. I love the uniforms of the Nordiques, but I don't love them in Colorado, and I don't love the Whalers uniforms on Carolina Hurricanes, as Bruins nearly give one away behind the net. Actually did give it away behind the net, but played out of the zone now by McAvoy. We thought we might see them last Saturday. The Avalanche had been practicing in them and kind of getting them ready to go when we were in Denver last week, but they held off until they played Carolina earlier this week. Centering pass in front of Wedgwood picked off by Necas, and he'll carry out towards center ice, angle it off the far boards and into the Bruins zone. A shoulder from Arvidsson. Looked like he didn't appreciate that. Zadorov gets it back into the Colorado zone. Solovyov looking over his shoulder as he went to play the puck. Kicked out here by Nelson. Peak off the far boards, has it taken away by Landeskog. He's moving up the far left wing. Deflected puck comes through the top of the crease. Near side to Shushkin. Back across to the far side. Solovyov shot blocked off into the far corner. Peak holding up Landeskog. Lindholm digging in there against Brock Nelson as well. Puck still frozen. Now it comes free. Landeskog. Hip check by Peak. Continuing to fight for it. And it'll come to Lohrei. Brings it behind the net toward the near side. Pasternak will carry out towards center ice. Nice head fake to get around Malinsky. Steps into the attack zone. Toe drags into the slot. Just had that puck get away before he could get the shot.
Speed to the neutral zone created that opportunity for Pasternak.
Lohrei just across the line. Gives to Pasternak. Backhander toward the slot. Picked off by Solovyov. And now the Avalanche moving back the other way. Penalty coming here. Solovyov hit the deck. They're going to call that a holding penalty against the Bruins here with 6:33 to go in the second.
Oh, hold on. It might be. We're not sure.
Yeah, they changed their mind and changed the team last time.
And no one's going. No one really knows what's going on. Corrali?
Corrali looks a mite confused. Oh, he and Solovyov just kind of clipped each other, and Solovyov went down.
Yeah, skate on skate. They both went down, and I guess the bottom hand comes off the stick ever so slightly. I don't know.
It's two guys in a battle for a loose puck.
Exactly.
So give Colorado their second power play chance of the period and of the game.
And you know, Brian, the trail official made that call, not the guy that was right in the zone with the play.
As seems to often happen, the guy who's further away makes the call.
Yeah.
Olofsson will play it toward McKinnon, going behind the Bruins net around to the far corner. Nachos out near the blue line, walks it toward the near side, takes a shot, went wide on the glove side. McAvoy picks up the free puck and clears it all the way down.
I don't think Swayman ever saw that shot come through Nachos as he got up high again, creating some space for himself. Shot the puck just wide glove side of Swayman.
McKinnon brings it through neutral ice with speed. Right side, Nachos takes a hit from Zadorov, hands the puck off to Makar. Nachos top of the right circle, back up top for Makar. He's looking one-timer, instead walks it toward his right, takes a low shot, scooped up with a glove by Swayman, no rebound.
That's exactly what the Avalanche want to do. They want to move that box of the Bruins a little bit. Makar does a nice job of moving to his right, back to his left, and back to his right again. When he gets that shot through traffic, there's actually nobody taking away the eyes of Swayman. He's able to see that shot, make that save, and smartly takes a face-off in his defensive zone. His guys are running around a little bit.
1:21 left on the Avalanche power play. McKinnon wins the puck, wins the face-off, but the puck comes out of the zone. Makar back in his own end. Harassed by Beecher. Nachos going to carry it ahead this time. Gives to McKinnon coming in across the lines. To the left wing circle. Zaka picks off a puck that was intended back to the point. A diving effort by Beecher to clear the zone.
Good job by Zaka taking away time and space, and Beecher to realize the puck was free, get it out.
Nachos along the near boards, gets it from Olofsson. Nachos walking it toward the high slot. Gives back to Makar, center of the blue line. On to McKinnon, far circle. He was trying for a one-timer, but puck got through him, and it'll be cleared down ice again by Beecher.
And he was open just to the right of Swayman. Fortunately for the Bruins, that puck jumped over his stick as he had a good opportunity to get a good scoring opportunity off that.
35 to go on the Avs power play. 5:05 remaining in the period. Bruins up by a goal. On the left side, here's Landeskog down toward the corner. Off the boards, back to Taves at the left point. Sends it to Brindley in that far circle. Back up top, Taves, center blue line. Shot, save Swayman. Scramble for the rebound. And it's poked around behind the net onto the near side. Nelson will get it back down to Brindley in the corner. Back to Nelson again. Trying to turn it toward the slot. Denied. Taves will send it across to the far side. Lehkonen to Brindley out of the left corner. Brindley from the dot. Shot kicked away by Swayman. Rebound came out toward the slot. Callahan denies a second effort from Lehkonen. And the Bruins will get it cleared. Power play is over. Jeannot into the attack zone. To Corrali, fresh from the penalty box. He and Lehkonen along the near boards. Avalanche will win that battle. Burns through the neutral ice. Nelson down to a knee. Throws one towards Swayman. In the far corner. Jokiharju able to pull it away from a fallen Kelly. Held in at the point by Manson, and now batted back down low by Colton. Lori spins it up the near side. Elias Lindholm can't get it out of the zone. It came back toward Lori. He'll throw it up the left wing side. Pasternak with a step behind Manson. Pasternak gets wrapped up, goes down. Crowd looking for a penalty that won't come. Colton gives to Manson back across the Boston line. Lori forced his shot wide of the net. Geeky looking to spring Pasternak back through center ice, but missed him. It'll get dumped back in towards Swayman. Lori hammers it off the near boards up ice, and McCarr will retrieve that here with 3:25 to go in the second period. McCarr leading the Avalanche through neutral ice, cutting toward the right side, just across the line. Poked it down to the corner, goes to get it himself in behind the Bruins net. McKinnon to Natchez, walking it toward the blue line, stops. He'll move it into the middle here for McCarr. McCarr, long shot. Sure if that got through to Swayman or it ricocheted off Colton into the far corner. In the far circle, Natchez couldn't find the handle. Zadorov able to poke it out toward the red line. And now Elias Lindholm trying to feather one up that right side. Instead gets into the middle for Arvidsson, and he'll dump it in. Bruins getting change on here with 2:43 to play in the period. Taves coming out toward the blue line off the near wall. McKinnon, a takeaway. Shushkin will play it toward the back of the net. McKinnon got it back up top. Malinsky, shot blocked off of Arvidsson. Forced back in behind the net by Jokiharju. McAvoy into the far corner against Olofsson. Try to poke it back in behind the net. Jokiharju is there. He'll backhand it around for Arvidsson near side. Out to the blue line. Zacha, one touched along to McAvoy. Back to Zacha. They gain the attack zone. Sent into the near corner. Middlestat trying to get around Solovyov. At the back of the net, Zacha has it tangled up. 2 minutes even to play in the period. Middlestat off a turnover behind the net by Malinsky. Middlestat gives it off far circle. Peak with a one-timer. Blocker stop. And the Avalanche head the other way with a rebound. Lehkonen pulls up just shy of the red line. Passes across for Drury. Malinsky from his own blue line. Pass ahead. Tipped in deep by Drury. Held away from the puck by Callahan. Peak's got it far corner. Off the near wall. Long pass. Sent ahead by Middlestat. Corrali on his horse into the near corner against Manson. They cancel each other out. Landeskog will play it up the left side. Lehkonen. Burns into the Boston zone. Along the near side circle. Turning with it, Brock Nelson. Goes all the way across and Burns one-timer from the top of the left circle. Swayman read it well. Got there to make the save and draw the whistle. 1:14 to play, second period. It's the Bruins 2, Colorado 1. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor, but try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, a donation of $100 will be made to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Shaw's and Star Market, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from Pro Shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
Champions play here. The Sports Hub.
The Bruins Ultimate Fan Sweepstakes is back. Enter now for your chance to win 4 tickets to a Bruins home game this season, plus receive a special shout-out during the game. Enter today at bostonbruins.com/ultimatefan. Minute.
Right, I really want to know how many shot attempts Natchez has had in this game. Every time he's on the ice, he seems to have the puck.
Face-off will be inside the Bruins zone. He's got 1 shot on goal. 4 attempts is what they've got him for right now on the official sheet. That sometimes gets adjusted between periods. As Elias Lindholm brings one forward. Long shot in on Wedgwood, makes the stick save. Taves will bring out toward the red line here for Colorado and dump in. Under a minute to go in the period. Bruins leading by 1. Trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. Colorado has yet to lose in regulation this year. 5-0-3 record coming into this game. And we get a whistle, and the puck was touched with a high stick. And brings a stoppage with 41.9 to go in the period.
Yeah, I like what the Bruins have been doing tonight. They haven't. Yeah, okay, when Natchez is on the ice, he's been able to freewheel and do whatever he wants. But other than that, they've done a really good job in the defensive zone of not allowing a lot of grade A opportunities on Swayman. I know they have 24 shots on net with the Avalanche, but not very many high danger shots that Swayman's had to save tonight.
And that's getting back to what we saw in the first 3 games where the Bruins won 3 straight. Is, you know, they were allowing shots, but not the high danger variety. On the near side circle, here's Colton. Centering pass, kicked off the skate of Peak. Geekie gets it out into the neutral ice. He and Pasternak trying to push it forward, but Manson able to hold it. Puck comes careening across the ice. Peak will slap it forward. Cut off by Colton near the red line. Peak able to bat it away from Natchez inside the Boston zone. Pasternak will tip one forward, and Geekie will track it down behind the net and scores! Morgan Geekie surprised Wedgwood. Stuffed it in on the near post. And it's 3-1 Bruins. 4.5 seconds left in the period.
Everyone thought this was going to be an icing, right? Because Pasternak touches the puck before the red line. But a really good job by Geekie to win the loose puck battle. And he fakes like he's going to his forehand side, or his backhand side, I should say. He comes back. Wedgwood thinks he's going to Wedgwood's left side. He comes back and stuffs the puck just inside the right post. Real good job by Morgan Geekie to win the loose puck battle and come back on his forehand and stuff it short side.
4 goals in 3 games for Morgan Geekie, and the Bruins open a 2-goal lead, and that's going to bring us to the end of the second period. So neither team had scored in the first 19 minutes and 55 seconds of that second period, but Geekie does the honors. And the Bruins have a 3-1 lead at the end of 2 here at TD Garden. We'll be back with a recap of the first 40 minutes next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Hey, it's Brian Davis, Executive Vice President for Blue Sky Restoration Contractors. I'm just so proud of our impressive growth in the New England market and would like to thank all of our clients for trusting Blue Sky to get you back on your feet after a property disaster. At Blue Sky, we're unique compared to any other restoration company because we take care of everything from beginning to end and coordinate all the work for all parties involved. So when disaster strikes, don't panic. Just visit goblusky.com and our team will be ready. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
He roofs it, top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pre-games with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team. NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
What a hit.
That's what checking used to mean to me. I'm Patrice Bergeron, and since I partnered with Avidia Bank, checking means so much more. Avidia Bank offers a variety of checking accounts with something for everyone, from free checking to premier checking with added benefits. Not only does Avidia Bank provide the services you need, they also give back to their community. Learn more about them today at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member DIF.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Heading to a game at the Garden this season, just take the train to North Station. With commuter rail, kids 11 and under always ride free. And if the game's on a weekend, you can ride with $10 weekends. So don't be late battling traffic and parking. Yuck. Buy tickets from a conductor on board or with the M-Ticket app and take the train straight to the game.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
Pasternak will tip one forward, and Geekie will track it down behind the net and scores! Morgan Geekie surprised Wedgwood! Stuffed it in on the near post, and it's 3-1 Bruins. And that is the score after two periods here at TD Garden. Back alongside Kenny Hodge, who's in for Bob Beers today. I'm Ryan Johnston. That second period, Bruins hadn't been able to build on the lead, but still able to hold the lead through that entire period. Really kind of keep Colorado from generating too many scoring chances, especially given that Colorado had a couple of power plays in that period. But then they get a late goal from Geekie, and boy, does that change the complexion of this game heading into the third period.
Yeah, and I liked how they played defensively in that period, and they limited those opportunities for the Avalanche, and we talked about this during the period. Swayman wasn't really asked to make any real grade A saves. I mean, he made the saves that he had to, Nature's withstanding, because I think he's been the best player on the ice tonight, just moving his feet in the offensive zone and creating opportunities for himself. But when he shoots the puck, Swayman's able to see it. So the Bruins, again, are doing a really good job in their defensive zone of fronting the Avalanche, not giving them that time and space. And, the big goal right there, you think it's going to be an icing. Geekie wins a foot race, gets to the loose puck. He's a right-handed shooter, so he's able to get that puck. He fakes like he's going to his backhand. Wedgwood bites on that fake, and he's able to come back and stuff that puck in that post. That's a huge goal for the Bruins. That's got to give them some confidence going in that third period that they've really got this game right where they want it. And if they can play the way they did, sound defensively, they should be able to finish this game off.
Well, speaking of what they've done defensively here tonight, we saw, we weren't aware of this until, pregame warm-ups today, but they break up Mason Lohrei and Charlie McAvoy, who have been pretty much a constant as your top defensive pair so far this season. Hampus Lindholm still out of the lineup. Zadorov moves up with McAvoy. They've been a pair throughout the first two periods. Lohrai's been playing mostly with Andrew Peeke today, which leaves Callahan and Yoki Haru. But really, all three pairings have done a pretty solid job against one of the better offensive teams in the league.
Yeah, I mean, you go in and go, oh boy, what's going to happen when McKinnon and Natchez are on the ice? Well, it doesn't really matter because the three pairings have been out there with them and have really limited their chances. It's not just the pairing of the defensemen; it's the five-man unit. The forwards are coming back in the defensive zone and being in good position. Marco Sturm's been hammering on this point. We want to be better in our defensive zone, and the Bruins are doing a really good job tonight in their defensive zone of not giving up a lot of chances. Again, Swayman hasn't been asked to make those saves, and that's because of the five-man unit playing so well in front of him.
The other thing, too, about it is the Bruins need to be better in the neutral zone, especially against a team with the speed and skill of Colorado, and not, just concede the blue line when they're bringing the puck up. They've done a better job of that today than they did back in Colorado last Saturday.
It's recognition. You've played this team recently. You know exactly what they want to do. Their defensemen want to pinch in that defensive blue line, I should say, and go forward. So what have the Bruins been doing? They've been putting pucks into an area and winning foot races, and that's kind of forcing Colorado to kind of stay back a little bit in their defense, and it's giving the Bruins more space in that neutral zone to create opportunities for themselves.
And talking to Mikey Asimon, who scored one of those goals in the first period, which right now stands as what would be the game winner, the second goal that the Bruins scored. He said, something that they're keying on is, if they can force those turnovers and kind of get back going the other direction, which we saw on that goal led to a 2-on-1. That's how they feel like they can beat this Colorado team.
Yeah, and that's how you have to beat the Avalanche. You have to capitalize when they are so super aggressive. You got to capitalize when they'll have those opportunities, and the Bruins have done a really good job of capitalizing on those chances and limiting the time that they've actually been in their defensive zone. And limiting those opportunities as well for the Avalanche.
So running down the goal scoring so far in the first period at 4:26. Colorado got on the board first. Arturi Lekkonen's third of the year set up by Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar to give the Avalanche a 1-0 lead. They held that lead for right around 10 minutes, and then Victor Arvidsson gets his first as a Bruin. Mason Lohrei and Casey Middlestad assisting at 14-16. 39 seconds later, Bruins would grab the lead. Mikey Asimon, second of the season from Tanner Jeannot. Mason Lohrei getting the second assist on that one to make it 2-1 Bruins after 20 minutes. And then Morgan Geekie at 19:55 of the second from Pasternak and Lohrei, who's assisted on all three goals today, by the way. 3-1 Bruins lead at the end of two. Time now for our music of the game, brought to you by Live Nation. A Day to Remember and Yellow Card are hitting the road for the Maximum Fun Tour. See them at SNHU Arena Saturday, November 8th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. 3-1 Bruins after two. We'll check the out-of-town scores when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Up Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious, with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
BJ's Wholesale Club has always been proud to offer great prices every day.
In this economy? Almost sounds too good to be true.
These prices are very true, and at BJ's, they're great, not good. That's great prices every day, no matter the economy, including 3-pound rotisserie chickens, just $4.99. Wellesley Farms Deli Honey Ham, $6.99 a pound. Plus great prices every day on everything in the club. Join at bjs.com/join and make BJ's your destination for savings every day.
When it comes to protecting homes, shortcuts fail. That's why pros have trusted AZEK Exteriors Trim and Siding, the MVP of exterior protection for 25 years. Built to last and proven in the toughest Northeast weather conditions, AZEK doesn't just look good, it performs under pressure. Cheap overseas-made imitators? They might look similar until they fail. And the builder's reputations and the homeowner's wallet take the hit. Trim matters, so don't cut corners. Do it right. Use AZEK Trim. Made in America. Visit azekexteriors.com. Kids eat free at the 99 every Sunday in October. Kids get a free meal from the kids menu with every adult entree purchased. You gotta love the 9s.
Builders, remodelers, and homeowners, listen up. Partner with one of the most trusted, independently owned lumberyards and showrooms around, Cape Cod Lumber and CCL Homescapes. Visit CCL's newly renovated kitchen showroom and get inspired as soon as you walk through the door. Explore the latest trends from the most reliable kitchen cabinet manufacturers in the industry. Check out dozens of color combinations and popular styles in our refreshed showroom in Abington. Visit us online at cclco.com or in person at CCL Homescapes in Abington. CCL, 100% employee-owned and operated.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Two periods complete here at TD Garden. The Bruins have a 3-1 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. Let's check the other action around the NHL today and tonight. There was one game that is already a final, a back-and-forth third period as the Philadelphia Flyers get a couple of goals from Trevor Zegras, tying the game at 3, end up winning 4-3 over the Islanders in the shootout today. That gets Philadelphia back to the 500 mark. Islanders now 4-3 on the season. Elsewhere, other games later, 5 o'clock starts in Tampa, where the Lightning are looking for just their second win in 8 games so far this year. 1-4-2 record on the line as they take on the Anaheim Ducks, who are fresh off their win here in Boston on Thursday night. Also 5 o'clock start, Buffalo visiting the Toronto Maple Leafs. Those two teams played last night in Buffalo. Sabres won that one. Leafs are now a game below the 500 mark early in the season. 6 o'clock face-offs. The Florida Panthers will host the Vegas Golden Knights. Bruce Cassidy's Golden Knights have yet to lose in regulation, 5-0-2 on the season so far. At 6 o'clock, the Utah Mammoth will take on the Minnesota Wild. 7 o'clock face-offs in Detroit, where the Red Wings host the St. Louis Blues tonight. Columbus visits Pittsburgh at 7 o'clock. Ottawa will be in Washington to take on the Capitals. That's the Bruins' next opponent, by the way, the Ottawa Senators. We'll see them up north of the border on Monday night. Montreal Canadiens are out to a 6-3 start on the season as they visit Vancouver on Hockey Night in Canada tonight, 7 o'clock face-off. 8 o'clock starts in Nashville. The Predators hosting the LA Kings. Both of those teams at 500 so far this season. Carolina with a 6-1 record as they visit the Dallas Stars tonight. And the late game at 10 o'clock in Seattle, the Kraken against the Oilers. Here at TD Garden, 2 periods down, and the Bruins have a 3-1 lead over the Avalanche. We will have the third period coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
Kids eat free at the 99 restaurants every Sunday in October and on Halloween. Visit the 99 for lunch or dinner, and kids get a free meal from the kids menu with every adult entree purchased. You gotta love the nines.
Hit 98.5thesportshub.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub. Station.
It's time for This Date in Bruins History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
Right circle, quick centering pass, score! Lucic from Ryder! And Lucic just tied it! That stung Slater. He stays out on the ice. He has to. Weidman, a drive, score! Weidman let it go from the top of the left wing circle. A power play goal. Lucic was in front. Savard works it free. Lucic trying to feed it in front to Kessel. Pass block. Lucic, second chance. Scores! Milan Lucic with his first career hat trick.
Taking us back to this date in Bruins history, 2008, Milan Lucic with his first NHL hat trick. Also added an assist as the Bruins beat the Atlanta Thrashers 5-4. And a little oddity from that game, at the midway point of the third period, the teams had to switch ends because of incorrect markings on the west end of the ice here at TD Garden. So they wanted to make things equal. Each of them played half the game at either end.
Put that one on your bingo card, right?
This date in history presented by Blue Sky. Remember, if you have a property disaster, visit gobluesky.com. That's go, B-L-U, sky.com. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow. Bruins with a 3-1 lead as we start the third period. Trying to end a 6-game losing streak. They'll go from left to right on offense. Avalanche will control the puck first. Colton redirects a Burns pass deep in behind Jeremy Swayman. Peak will keep it moving toward the far corner. Lohrei got hemmed in there deep. Olofsson coming toward the near side corner. Try to turn it back out in front. Chopped at by Peak. It'll come back toward the point. Gets through Manson, and now Pasternak on his horse. Wedgwood will skate out toward the near corner just ahead of the goal line and play it around toward the far side. Pasternak takes one away just outside the Colorado zone. Manson will regain here for the Avalanche. And he brings over toward the near side, looking for some open ice. McAvoy had a stick knocked out of his hand. Zadorov reversed the puck around the near side. Nate just cut it off the wall. Arvidsson has him shouldered against the boards in deep. Zadorov will take it to the far side circle and carry out to neutral ice. Rink wide pass. Zacha tried to bat it toward Arvidsson. In the near corner, Arvidsson tried to get it back to Zacha. Avalanche come away with it. Lehkonen gave it up and got it back from McKinnon. Now here's Nachos moving into open ice, but Zadorov blocked a shot. Thrown to the net by McKinnon. Swayman took a look behind him. The puck was near the side of the net, though, off the save, and he covers it up.
Nachos gets that scoring opportunity high in that slot area. One-time pass from McKinnon made that initial pass. The puck is redirected off to Swayman's right-hand side, and McKinnon's the only one that has the chance to get that scoring opportunity. McKinnon shoots it. It goes under the left pad of Jeremy Swayman as he's coming back to his right. Fortunate break for the Bruins. This is the chance you want to really finish this game off right, and that's a nice big save for your goaltender.
Bruins with a 2-goal lead in this one, their first 2-goal lead since their last win. As Corrali will play it out toward the neutral zone. Kastelik bats it in from the red line. Makar looking over his shoulder. Kastelik bearing down on him, gets rid of it quickly. Lehkonen. Rink wide pass finds Nelson. Stood up and knocked down to a knee by Zadorov over by the Bruins bench. Bob back toward the Colorado zone. Comes bouncing back toward Makar. Off the far wall. Kept in by Corrali and got it to Kastelik from the left circle. The shot. Wedgwood out at the top of his crease to make that save. No rebound.
I like the play by Zadorov initially, right? Don't give up your defensive blue line. The Avalanche really didn't have any speed for that neutral zone. Recognition by Zadorov. Take the play away. Puck going back forward again. That's exactly what the Bruins have been doing a lot better of. Nice job by Kastelik and Corrali to get to a loose puck. Puck comes up the boards, you get a shot off. Why not, right? Keep everything going into the offensive zone.
Ryan Johnston joined by Kenny Hodge today, former Bruin, in for Bob Beers, who'll be back with us on Monday, attending a family event this weekend. As the puck comes around the near side of the Avalanche zone, Solovyov will wrap it up the near side. Taken by Nichushkin. Landeskog sends it back across toward the far corner of the Bruins zone. Callahan goes over to play it. Gano helping him out, but not out of the zone. Malinsky at the right point to hold in. Minton blocks one high slot. He'll start out. Minton carrying up the left wing side. Landeskog back checking, knocks the puck free. Jeannot throws one toward the net. It skims wide of Wedgwood. Nichushkin held up a bit by Asamont. Now has the puck near the Boston line, but it's surrounded by black sweaters. Landeskog couldn't get around Jeannot. Lost his stick in the process as well. Lohrei at the back of the Bruins net. Stepped away from Bardakov. Puck played back to the blue line, but not out. Burns moving it toward the center of the blue line. Shot blocked by Lindholm. Second effort. Got through. Swayman made the save. Burns came toward the crease and took a poke, and that draws everybody's attention. Asamont's got Burns in a front face lock right now as they stumble down to their knees and the officials pull them apart. Everybody else is kind of paired off here.
It's going to be interesting to see what comes out of all this as Burns gets the initial scoring opportunity. Swayman makes the save, and the rebound kind of falls down between his legs, and Swayman, recognizing that, goes right down on it. But that's when Burns came in and took a little poke at that loose puck, thinking he had an opportunity. And then all the melee right after that.
Burns' beard looking a little scraggly as he comes out of that front face lock from Asamont and heads into the penalty box. He's going to get a slashing call, and he's going to be the only one. So the Bruins will get a power play out of this with 2:33 gone in the third period. And Jared Bednar, the Avalanche coach, with a quizzical look on his face right now.
That sounds about right? I mean, he goes in and pokes the pads of Jeremy Swayman, and then that led to the whole thing, right? So if he doesn't do that, none of this happens, right? So that's exactly what should have been called. And here's the opportunity now for the Bruins to widen this lead again.
Boston to the power play for the third time today. They are 0 for 2 so far. 3-1 lead, 17:27 to go in regulation. Elias Lindholm will take the face-off near circle to our right. Couple of guys encroach on the circle. They get backed out. Lindholm wins the draw. Pasternak got it back to McAvoy. From the point, a shot with Zacha in front. Wedgwood makes the glove save.
Clean face-off win by the Bruins. Get the puck back to McAvoy at that right point position. He walks to the center of the ice. He's got Zacha in front of the net, so he recognizes that, takes the shot. Unfortunately, shot's a little bit too high for Zacha to do anything with it. And an easy save for Wedgwood.
Bruins as a team have won about 56% of the face-offs so far today. Lindholm's had a little bit of a tougher time at the dot. 6 and 9. Avalanche going to move this out. Short-handed here, coming on a 2-on-1. Kelly with a shot, saved by Swayman. Wasn't sure he had the rebound. He gets the whistle now. And we get another dust up near the net. Geekie just ran somebody over. And everybody's sticks and gloves up high. McAvoy's in a wrestling match with Kelly at the back of the net. He's got one linesman laying on top of them, trying to pull them apart. As things have gotten a little crispy here in the last couple of minutes. Geekie and Taves jousting a bit near the far side of the net.
2-on-1 for the Avalanche down that right wing side. The shot is taken. The save is made by Swayman. Tough to give up a 2-on-1 on a power play. The puck sneaks between his legs, and that's why the Avalanche came and tried to get to that loose puck. And obviously, Bruins are going to stay up for their goaltender, and that's exactly what ends up happening. They split up their goaltender. It looks like McAvoy is going to be the only one to go in the box, and he slams his stick, and he's fortunate not to get another one.
So out of all that, McAvoy gets the only roughing minor. And now it'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute 41, barring any more penalties.
I love the fact that you protect your goaltender, right? They're now becoming that team that Marco Sturm wants it to be. Become a team. Protect each other, and that's exactly what McAvoy does. He'll kill that one off for him, sure.
So that's the whole thing that time started with McAvoy kind of knocking over Kelly because Kelly was looking for a loose puck there. So Burns in the box for Colorado, McAvoy for the Bruins. 17:07 remaining, and 4-on-4 before Colorado would get a very abbreviated power play chance. McKinnon swings it left side for Nichushkin. He tried to pass it back to McCarr and wrong-footed him there. Puck lost back into Colorado territory. Now here's Nichushkin off the feed from McCarr. Comes across the line. McKinnon back over to McCarr, far side. Middlestat steps out on him. Behind the net, Taves is in there deep. Zadorov reached in with a stick and got a piece of it. Beecher going to wrap it back around to that far side corner. Zadorov slams on the brakes against Taves. Brings the puck back to Jokiharju. Return pass got through Zadorov, and Nechas going to play it along the far side to Nelson. Back down low. Nechas to Nelson in front. And not sure if Swayman got a piece of that or he just missed it wide. McCarr off the near boards finds Nechas from the face-off dot. Peels into the corner and now back to the top of the face-off circle. Cuts back along the near side wall. Back and forth he goes. Peels across to McCarr. Right circle shot. Swayman the save. Rebound. Manson's got it. Nechas. High slot. Shot blocked by Jokiharju off the stick. Beecher in the near corner gets it to Zadorov. Zadorov got bumped away from it. McCarr out near the center of the blue line. Middlestat trying to force him out of the zone. Stick battle for possession. And Nechas comes in and scoops up the puck. Nechas backing toward the near side. Gives back to McCarr at the right point. 10 seconds before the Avs get their man back. Nechas walks it along the blue line toward the far side. Wheels back and cuts back again to the far side. Gives to Malinsky coming down the right circle all the way in behind the net around near side. Try to go high on the short side. Swayman sends that one up over the glass out of play. So the Avs are back to full strength. 15 seconds left on the McAvoy penalty. 15:22 to go, and the Bruins lead 3-1.
That's a break for the Bruins. They had those 4-on-4 guys out there for quite some time. They needed to get a line change, and the opportunity came because I think when it hit Swayman, it went up into the back netting, but Bruins are kind of running around a little bit in that defensive zone, and you got to be careful on a 4-on-4. The Avalanche did a great job of getting their defense active in that offensive zone to keep that puck in there for an extended period of time.
Yeah, they're so good moving the puck when it's 5-on-5. You give them 4-on-4 with even more ice, and trying to catch up to a guy like Nechas makes it that much more difficult. McKinnon pass through the neutral ice. Malinsky going to carry it into the Boston zone, and from the top of the circle, his wrist shot steered up and out of play by Swayman with 2 seconds left before McAvoy comes back out.
And Malinsky jumps up into the play as well. There's another defenseman jumping up in the play, and a real nice play by McKinnon to move that puck back to the right-hand side. And again, Swayman out challenging that shot, makes that blocker save.
Face off to Swayman's left. Corrali got it to Callahan. It'll come around the near side. Kastelik pushed it up and out of the zone. So the Bruins back at full strength. 5 minutes gone. Third period. Boston leading 3-1. Taves deals to McKinnon. Will lift it across the Boston line into the far corner. Asamont goes to get it there and sends it right back out through the neutral ice. Taves to Nichushkin this time. Malinsky dumps it in down the right wing boards. Comes behind the net to Swayman. McAvoy reverses it around the far side out to center ice. Burns gives over near side. Solovyov will dump it in. Corrali drops it back down toward the end boards. Nichushkin takes away in front. Knocked out of the air by Colton. And Swayman dives on top of it.
Avalanche dumped that puck in, and they're the first ones on that puck. Nichushkin goes behind the net, gets to the loose puck, throws it to the front of the net. Not sure if this, it looks like it would have been a high sticking. But that being said, the Avalanche did a good job of getting to that loose puck, and the Bruins got to get back to getting that puck out of their zone, get back going offensively, not playing in their defensive zone.
Yeah, that pass actually hit the outside of the net and jumped up into the air, and it was up over shoulder level when Colton made contact, so it would not have counted had it gone. Drury wins the faceoff. McCarr with a shot that hits a body in front and goes up and out of play.
Another offensive zone faceoff win for the Avalanche here. McCarr moving to his right. Swayman's had to make a couple big saves here in the last few minutes here to keep this game at 3-1.
14:17 to play. Bruins have a busy week ahead. They'll be in Ottawa on Monday night. First meeting of the year against the Senators, who are without Brady Tkachuk, of course. That's a 7:30 start time, by the way. Off the face-off, McCarr gives over to Olofsson. He'll wind it deep. Right back home on Tuesday against the Islanders. And our first look at first overall pick, Matthew Schaefer. Puck gets dumped in from the red line by Peak and actually goes up over the glass out of play.
Notice something, Ryan. Charlie McAvoy went down the tunnel. Hopefully little skate repair or something, because Keith Robinson went with him as well. So we're hoping it's just a skate issue.
Keep our eye on that. And Bruins without Hampus Lindholm again today. Still without Jordan Harris, and sounds of it he's going to be out for a while, said Marco Stern. They don't have a full timeline yet, hoping to have that in the next day or two. Michael Callahan's done a decent job in the 2 games since he got recalled from Providence. As the puck into the far corner of the Bruins zone, Mason Lohrei and Andrew Peak both down along the end boards. Nichushkin able to sweep it back toward Burns, and a shot coming through the slot. Got tipped by Landeskog and went wide on the stick side. Eyssimont on the near boards for the Bruins here as they battle to a side. Puck is locked up on the wall. Andrew Peak, excuse me, on this near board for the Bruins. Landeskog able to fight it free. Got it back to Manson. Straight on shot right into the waiting glove of Jeremy Swayman. And that'll bring us to a timeout with 13:25 to go here in the 3rd period. Bruins 3, Colorado 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious 3rd row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Get seafood savings at Whole Foods Market. Save 20% on sustainable wild-caught Alaska sockeye salmon fillets with Prime through October 28th. Bulk up your grain bowls or salads with this delectably flaky fish. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Attention skilled tradespeople and sales pros. Are you ready to join a team where your hard work is valued and your career can thrive? Gem Plumbing and Heating has 2 new branch offices in Massachusetts and is hiring. We're looking for HVAC, plumbing, electrical, drain and sales professionals who are ready to take their careers to the next level. Enjoy competitive pay, benefits, and a supportive team environment. Plus, we're offering attractive sign-on bonuses. Don't wait. To join our growing team, apply at AskGem.com today.
Have you tried Good Stuff Smokehouse, New England's premier #1 barbecue destination? Well, I can tell you their barbecue is the best in the state, but now they've also added a brewery. In addition to their 150 whiskey and homemade sodas, come down to Good Stuff Smokehouse and try not only the best barbecue in the state, but their unrivaled beverage list. GoodStuffSmokehouse.com.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
Bruins leading 3-1, 13:25 to play. On those 3 goals, 6 feeds. And the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $600 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Defensive zone faceoff coming up here. Zaka against Brock Nelson. And a whistle and encroachment there for the Avalanche, so Nelson getting kicked out of the circle. And they'll have McKinnon get in there in his place.
Looks like the Avalanche have kind of mixed up their lines a little bit, right? Nelson jumped up on this top line.
Off the face-off win by Zaka. McAvoy plays it out of the near corner, up the wall. Arvidsson wins a battle against Nelson. Here's Zaka with speed across the line. Backhander across. He had Middlestat coming down the left side, and McCarr got a stick in there. Nachos will carry back ahead for the Avalanche, but runs out of room as he got to the Boston line. Arvidsson along the near boards will play it deep. Boston had gone for a change. 7 minutes into this 3rd period, they lead by 2.
Love that play. You see the guy coming. All 3 guys converged on Natchez as he attacked the offensive blue line. Didn't give him time and space.
Taves tried to dump it in, partially blocked. McAvoy quick up to Minton, and deep it goes into Colorado territory around the far boards. Eyssimont putting pressure on, comes near side Taves. Nichushkin can't get a pass through Jeannot. It tips off his leg and goes deep into Boston territory. Avalanche will get set up here. Solovyov from the left point with a shot, and looked like Lehkonen might have gotten a piece of that. Swayman took it in the chest and covers up.
Yeah, they did. Absolutely. Lehkonen did get a piece of this. Puck is moved left to right all the way around the rim, and then the defensemen move it from right to left back to Solovyov, who gets this shot from that left point position. He's wide in the offensive zone, and Lehkonen does a nice job of getting his stick on it. But again, Jeremy Swayman with another big save for the Bruins, in good position to take away any real scoring opportunity.
28 out of 29 today for Swayman. 14 for 17 at the other end for Scott Wedgwood. Cleared up the near side boards and whistled that in icing. I thought Solovyov had touched that, but it doesn't look like the Bruins are arguing. So faceoff will come back into Boston territory.
Again, the Bruins got to start doing a better job of getting that puck out again, right? Get the offense going here a little bit. They've only had 2 shots this period, and those Swayman's only had 5 saves they made, but there's still a lot of puck possession in their offensive zone for the Avalanche.
If Bob Beers were here, he would certainly be complaining about winning the faceoff and then promptly icing the puck. As McCarr shoots that one wide of Swayman on the glove side. Callahan at the back of the net, coming toward the near side boards. It'll be carried out by Pasternak, harassed from behind by Brindley. Pasta keeps it moving forward, but knocked away from Elias Lindholm by Ron Taves. Deep into Boston territory it comes again. Jokiharju to Callahan. Around the far side. Geekie trying to get it out of the zone. Cut off by Brindley. Loose out near the blue line. And Geekie has Pasternak up the left side. Pasta across the line and then got knocked off stride by Taves. And then Brindley gets tripped up by Geekie. But comes across the ice out of Corrali couldn't play it because Pasternak would have been offside. So the Bruins changing up and gets set up in the neutral zone here as McCarr looks to move it forward. Gets a pass through some traffic to Lehkonen. McKinnon to Nachas. Across the ice to Burns. He's ridden into the wall by Kastelik. Keeps the puck moving. Corrali knocked down a pass intended for Lehkonen and volleyed back through neutral ice. Nachas will turn back behind the Colorado net. Avalanche moving from right to left. 11:08 to go here in the third period. McKinnon along the near left wing side. Stops near the hash marks. Tried to get it back to Manson, who had a cut in front of Kastelik to get a stick to that puck. Zadorov from behind the Bruins net. Off the far glass and out of the zone. Beecher ahead to Corrali for a shot that whistled by the ear of Wedgwood. Corrali in the far corner. Got it back from Kastelik. Sends it around the near side. Peak back down low. Corrali trying to poke it toward Middlestat and ricocheted off a skate toward the net. Wedgwood covers that at the near post.
Real good team defense by the Bruins in their own zone. Yes, they iced the puck, but they won the next faceoff and got the puck out of their defensive zone and back into the offensive zone. All Corrali does is throw that puck to the front of the net, hits a skate rather, and it goes right to the left of Wedgwood. He covers it up, but again, good team defense. This is what Marco Sturm is really stressing right now, is team defense. The team talked about it as well after the game against Anaheim. They're doing a better job here tonight.
Zaka will take the offensive zone face-off here against Nelson. Avalanche will control that. Solovyov dealt up the left side. Landeskog, his pass a little too far for Nelson. Middlestat gives it to Lohrei. Arvidsson trying to redirect it into the Colorado zone. Held up by Malinsky. Now Middlestat's got it on his stick. .9:55 to play in regulation. Bruins 3, Avalanche 1. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
I love shows about survivalists, eager to test themselves under the most extreme conditions. Of course, when you consider weather events these days, wildfires, hurricanes, torrential rain, and flooding, we're all survivalists. Visit the Resource Center at safetyinsurance.com and be prepared to protect your family, your property, even your business. The forecast calls for safety. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life storms.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
Fans, elevate your game night experience with a Bruins suite here at TD Garden. From all-inclusive food and beverage options to unbeatable views of the ice, it's the ultimate way to watch the Bees this season. Visit bostonbruins.com/suites to learn more. 9:55 to play. Bruins leading 3-1 here over Colorado. Puck deep behind the Avalanche net. Jeannot trying to force a turnover, nearly did against Manson. Instead, the Avalanche come forward. Drury takes a tumble courtesy of Minton as he tried to gain the Boston zone. Puck in the far corner, stolen by Colton. Comes wrapping back around toward the near side. Gets caught up in the referee's skates. Minton will play it back toward that far side for Asimon. Burns pinching down on him in the corner. Batted out of the air out near the blue line by Jeannot, and it'll come down toward Minton, who stumbles. Got the puck ahead. Olofsson had it briefly, but then taken away, and Asimon gets forced wide of the Colorado net. Near side circle, Jeannot carries it all the way out toward the blue line. Cross ice pass. Olofsson gets a stick in there before it gets to Lindholm. Brings it to center ice and then plays it across into an open space as the Avalanche were going for a change. 9 minutes even to play.
He looked up and saw, I would be going for a line change. Like, what am I going to do with this?
Dump in off the near boards. Got away from McAvoy. They set up Lehkonen for a one-timer, but mostly fanned on it. And then Geekie clears the puck, but it'll go for an icing.
Pretty strange play right there, right? But puck just seems like it bounced off something and came out off a stanchion or something. And all of a sudden, an opportunity for the Avalanche, and fortunately, the shot was fanned on, and the Bruins were able to get that puck down the ice. This is an icing that Bob would probably like, if there is such a thing.
Face-off win by Elias Lindholm. Wrapped around the near side. Taves will cut it off and play it back in deep. Back of the net, Taves gets it from Nachos. Sends it back to Makar at the blue line. On to McKinnon, one-timer, snapped his stick. Near corner, Nachos got it to the back of the net, looking for Lehkonen. McAvoy denied a centering pass. Nachos out of the right corner. To the top of the circle, hands off to Makar, moving toward the far side. Top of the circle, his shot goes up and over. Nachos has it back at the near side of the blue line, throws it in front. Bruins clear that away. They'll go for a quick change here with 8:10 to go. Nachos going to carry right back to the Boston line. Makar, Nachos, near side. Got it off for Solovyov. A one-timer ends up in the near corner. Landeskog knocked down behind the net. Back to Makar, far side. Little head fake to get around Beecher. Near circle. Solovyov, wide-angle shot. And caught the outside of the net. Lindholm will angle it in behind the net for Warai, and it deflected clear. Goes out through neutral ice and swatted ahead by Beecher, who chases it down in the near corner, but the Avalanche will come the other way. Nichushkin to the Boston line. Gives it off for Nelson, moving toward the high slot. His shot is gobbled up by Swayman.
Good job by Nelson there to come off the boards. He's on the right wing side. He comes towards the middle of the ice. Nichushkin leaves that puck for him. Gets that shot through, and again, Swayman out at that blue crease area, taking away really any angle that Nelson has. And smartly, Swayman takes that faceoff off to his left side, but Good job of speed through the neutral zone by the Avalanche, and Nelson shot, and an even better save right there by Swayman, again challenging that shot.
Face-off will be to Swayman's left. 7:31 to play here in the third period. And off the draw, Callahan spins it up the far boards. Held by Malinsky at the blue line. Nelson back to Malinsky's top of this far circle. Callahan blocks his shot. Loose near the high slot. Middlestat couldn't get it moving out of the zone. Nelson will carry back in left circle. Landeskog trying to get in front. Good poke check by Callahan, and a penalty coming up. And it's going to be against the Avalanche.
This is Brock Nelson's going to put a stick in the skates of the Callahan, who got the puck behind the net. Trips him down, and that's an obvious penalty in the offensive zone.
Number 11, 2-minute minor for tripping.
So Boston to the power play for the fourth time today. 7:11 to go here in regulation. And a 2-goal lead. And that being Yoki Harju, who went down on that trip. So a chance to extend this to a 3-goal cushion if they can convert on this power play. 0 for 3 so far today. Their last one got cut well short by a McAvoy penalty. Off the face-off, Pasternak got dumped along the near boards by Burns. McAvoy kept in. Lindholm over to the far side. And Geekie looking with a slap pass for Zacha in front that was blocked by Manson, who clears.
It was there, but I want to see him shoot that puck, right? I mean, you're trying to force that play through Manson, who's in front of the net. Maybe the better opportunity is get the shot, get a rebound opportunity for Zacha instead.
And home through neutral ice, try to leave it for Zacha, and it ended up in his skates. Kills the Bruins rush. They'll try again here. 30 seconds on off the clock on this power play chance. Casey Middlestat has jumped on. He plays it up the left wing boards and goes to get it in the corner against Taves. Lindholm got in there as well, but the Avalanche will come away with it. Lehkonen carrying it through neutral ice here, shorthanded. Gives over to Nichushkin, who turns and fires it back across the ice, angled out into neutral. And Avalanche killing some of the penalty clock here. Halfway through this minor penalty, 6:10 to go in the third period. Bruins leading 3-1. Mason Warrod will carry out towards center ice, looking to deal it back, and does to Middlestat. He cuts it to the red line, hands off there to Arvidsson. Left side, Pasternak will rim it around the boards toward the near side. Middlestat backhanded to Arvidsson, and a stick saved by Wedgwood. Warrod from the center of the blue line gives it left for Pasternak. Throws one toward the slot, kicked away by Manson. Warrod backhands it to Yoki Harju along the near boards. Down the wall, and back it comes from Middlestat. It was deflected, but got there. Pasternak at the back of the net, turns to his forehand, going into the far corner. A centering pass off the heel of Arvidsson's stick. And the Avalanche break out shorthanded. Arvidsson back checking, able to win that puck back to Middlestat. He was looking to get it to Arvidsson, coming back in across the blue line, but that was denied. 6 to go in the power play. Andrew Peak back behind the Bruins net. Power play comes to an end. Nelson's out. 5:08 to play. Bruins still leading by 2. Now 0 for 4 on the man advantage today. Deep it goes behind Wedgwood. Taves goes to get it. Gets corralled against the boards by Kastelik. Now Nichushkin. Starts up from the far circle all the way through the red line and across the Boston blue. Chased by Callahan, who gets a stick on it. Nichushkin backhands it deep. Peak in that far corner with a step ahead of Nelson. Nichushkin along the far boards trying to hold in. Callahan able to fight through that. Got it to Kastelik, and now to Corrali coming to center ice. Corrali tried to dump it in. It hit Taves on the leg and kicked back down toward Jeremy Swayman. Getting some changes on. Tanner Jeannot got the feed for McAvoy. Steps in right circle. Stops. Looks to deal. Now shoots. And a pad stop by Wedgwood. McCarr back the other way for Lehkonen. McAvoy runs him off the puck. 4:10 to go.
No time and space for the Avalanche when they bring the puck. Good job for the Bruins defensively.
Lehkonen had it knocked away near the Boston line. Zadorov off the far boards. Tipped off by Manson. Chased into the Avalanche zone. Aceman in the far corner against Malinsky. Jeannot's in there as well. Should come out with the puck. Back to Warrod at the left point. Shot off the end glass and in behind the net. Malinsky sent it toward McKinnon near side. outlet for Nechas doesn't connect, and back deep goes to Colorado territory as the Bruins change.
Good job again, flying at the middle of the neutral zone, not allowing the freewheeling Avalanche to get their feet going. And then when they get the chance, get the puck back down behind their net.
3:23 to play. Avalanche down 2 as they dump it in. Swayman stopped it behind the net. Lohrei to the near side. Pasternak shot it up the near side. Taves cut that off and kept it in. Olofsson will move it around toward the far side. Burns trying to shield the puck. Linus Lindholm Taves over there to keep it in. Olofsson into the far corner against Lindholm as we're under 3 minutes to go. We keep our eye on Wedgwood at the other end of the ice. Burns with a shot. Gets knocked down in front. Scramble for it in the slot. Pasternak winds up coming back to get it. Sends it around the boards. Burns kept it in. Throws it at the net. Tipped by Drury on goal. Swayman with a nice action to make that save. Bruins still can't get it cleared. We got a stick joust going on in front of the net with Peak and Colton. As another shot gets blocked, Drury trying to tee one up. Knocked away from him by Pasternak. There goes Wedgwood to the bench. Puck squirted away from Makar, but kept alive. McKinnon sends it across ice. Makar's got it at the right point. Center blue line Olofsson. Back to Makar. Left circle for McKinnon. 2:15 to go. 6-on-5 Avalanche with the Bruins up 2. That puck got through McKinnon. Swing and a miss by Burns. It's angled off the far boards by Lindholm and pushed ahead by Geekie. Bruins need a change and will get it with 2 minutes to go.
And some tired bodies out there. Good job by the Bruins to get that puck just enough down the ice.
Makar from the red line dumps it in around Swayman into the far corner. Zadorov can't get it moving up the wall. Zacha able to lift it out, and it'll bounce down toward the Colorado zone. Makar coming back. He's been out there seemingly forever as Arvidsson was chasing him into the Colorado zone. Now Nelson has his pocket picked in the neutral ice, but it will come back toward Taves. 90 seconds to play. Bruins trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. Nelson plays it off the far wall for McKinnon. Zadorov knocks him off stride. Bruins will clear it. It'll go for an icing with 1:22 left.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Colorado call their timeout here. Maybe be a benefit for the Bruins. I think absolutely nothing for the Avalanche during that whole shift of the when the puck was in the offensive zone. The Bruins did such a good job defensively. And Colton and Swayman got in the initial stick swinging incident in front of the net. And then Peak jumped in as well. But really good job defensively by the Bruins in front of their own net to not give the Avalanche any space to get some scoring opportunities.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. Bruins have to survive for another 82 seconds here, leading 3-1. Colorado did burn their timeout. They will ask for the face-off to be in the right wing circle to the left of Jeremy Swayman. Bruins not able to change because this was off an icing, so you've got Zacha, Middlestat, and Arvidsson with McAvoy and Zadorov as their 5-man unit. McKinnon will take the face-off for Colorado. Off the draw, Zacha pulled it to the board. Zadorov got it back to Zacha. He'll backhand a floater back through neutral ice. Nechas skates onto it back inside the Colorado zone. He'll bring it all the way to the Boston line. Cuts to his right, wraps it around the glass near side. It'll come to Arvidsson. Shot it back out to neutral, and it's cut off there by Makar before it could even think about getting toward the empty net. Bruins get some changes on here as it's dumped in again by McKinnon. From the near corner, McAvoy will throw one down the ice, bouncing, rolling, and just wide of the far post. It'll be another icing with 46.6 to go.
The Bruins have done a really good job, Ryan, of not allowing the Avalanche to get the puck into the offensive zone. And I don't mind that icing by McAvoy. Get the puck out of the zone as quick as you can. That was the first time that the Avalanche actually got the puck into the zone because the Bruins did such a good job of playing defense at their own blue line.
Yeah, a little freer when you're down, when you're up 2 to take shots at that empty net. and not worry as much about the icing. And there's a block by Arvidsson on Natchez, and that puck goes into the far corner out of play.
Do you think it's important to win this hockey game for the Bruins? What a great play by Arvidsson right there. Natchez gets this puck just off to the right of Swayman. He's got a good scoring opportunity, but you sacrifice your body for your team right now. And that's exactly what Arvidsson did. Blocked the shot with his foot, and it goes up in the back netting.
40.2 remaining on the clock. Face-off near circle to our left. Kastelik against Nelson. Kastelik wins it to the corner. McAvoy behind the net. Zadorov around the far side. It gets through Nichushkin and all the way down to Colorado's territory. Corrali on his horse. McCarr beats him to it. Brings the puck out from behind the net. Corrali trying to hook him from behind. Lost his stick. Goes back to the bench and gets one on the way by. 21 seconds to go. Here's a drive by McKinnon, and they score from just inside the blue line, and it looked like Lehkonen redirected that just under the crossbar. 18.2 to go, and the Avalanche aren't dead yet.
Yeah, the first time that the Avalanche were able to get the puck and get their speed going for that neutral zone. Corrali loses his stick on the back check on McCarr and allowed the Avalanche to get puck possession in the offensive zone. One-time shot by McKinnon is absolutely deflected by Lehkonen in front. Nothing Jeremy Swayman can do. Bruins has got to hold on here for 18 seconds.
I mean, you can't end a 6-game losing streak without biting your nails a little bit, right?
It's got to be, right? It's got to be.
Colorado trying to avoid their first regulation loss of the season. They start with the net empty off the faceoff. McCarr's got possession. He comes up toward the red line and then turns back away from some pressure from Middlestat. Now Lehkonen, 8 seconds left. Near side, the pass got away from McKinnon. In the near corner, McAvoy just going to try and eat it against the wall. Clock running down. Crowd comes to their feet. And the Bruins hang on and defeat the Avalanche 3-2. And we got to fight afterwards. McAvoy and McKinnon have dropped the gloves in the near corner with everyone gathered in. The two of them come tumbling down. Linesman trying desperately to pull the two of them apart. A couple of other skirmishes, putting Middlestat and Nelson in a wrestling match in the near corner, knocking each other's helmets off. But it looks like that will be all that comes of it, as McAvoy and McKinnon having some words out at center ice as they start to break up, and the Bruins will spill out onto the ice and congratulate Jeremy Swayman on a 3-2 victory here on home ice this afternoon. First regulation defeat for the Colorado Avalanche, and a big turnaround for the Bruins to get that win and get the 6-game losing streak over with. We'll be back with a recap from TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season helps score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor, but try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary by location.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Artificial intelligence, AI, has made my life so much easier. So has IA. Yep, my independent agent. She's a wizard when it comes to delivering great coverage at a great price. She bundled our home and auto with safety insurance. And with Safety's app that monitors driving habits, we saved even more. AI is great. For insurance, so is real intelligence. Ask an independent agent about insurance. We'll help you manage life storms.
And it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at TimberTech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit GoBLUSky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
Pasternak will tip one forward, and Geekie will track it down behind the net and scores! Morgan Geekie surprised Wedgwood, stuffed it in on the near post, and it's 3-1 Bruins. Bruins with a 3-2 victory over the Colorado Avalanche. Were joined downstairs by one of the Bruins' goal scorers, Morgan Geekie, who tucked one in around the post with 5 seconds to go in that second period. It looked from up here like it might just end up being an icing, but it turned into the game-winning goal. How did that play develop?
We were kind of preaching that yesterday in practice, just get back to our game. Mace made a great play getting the puck up to Dave and just kind of push the pace and get behind their D, and good things will happen. I think you saw that in that goal.
Yeah, talk about your team defense today. I thought you guys did a great job defensively of not allowing them to freewheel in the offensive zone. And when you got an opportunity to get the puck out, you guys did a really nice job of transitioning yourselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we worked a lot on that yesterday. Had a long video session about just cleaning some things up. We were doing a lot of stuff to ourselves, and we figured if we could clean that up, we'd get back to the game that we were playing at the start of the year. And we built on that today, and we'll just keep going into next week.
Obviously, we heard a lot of frustration in your voice and your teammates' voices after Thursday night. How much of today was just about will and saying enough was enough?
That's exactly it. We knew they were a great team over there. We obviously just just played them at home and know how good of a team they are. And, we kind of came out here with nothing to lose. I mean, we were kind of singing towards rock bottom. So for us to come out and have a performance like that against a great team is something we can build off of for sure. And we'll just keep taking that into the road for sure.
Well, congrats on the win today, and thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, that's Morgan Geekie, who ends up getting what turns out to be the game-winning goal back along with Kenny Hodge, who's in for Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston, and, we saw it early on in this season. We hadn't seen it for a while, but feels like today is what Marco Sturm has been talking about when he says, how they need to play. This is how they need to play.
Yeah, and that's exactly defense first, right? Defense first. They didn't allow the Avalanche to transition from defense to offense like they want to do. They actually, and when they did, actually, I should say, the Bruins did a really good job of keeping them on the perimeter. And that's what you have to do against a good team like that, a good skating team, a good offensive-minded team. But now it's build off this, right? Let's go forward now and continue to build off it. You know you can do it, right? Because you showed you could do it against one of the best teams in the league, and now you have to take it to the next level.
Well, we had one of our pregame sound bites was Charlie McAvoy talking about, and he's been here through a lot, mostly good, but the last year plus has been a struggle. And he said, we used to play on teams that won because they knew how to win, right? When they had the opportunity, they had the confidence because they had already done it. He says, this team doesn't have that yet. And he said, we've had opportunities and we haven't been able to do it, but you only get that confidence by putting wins together, and they got that against a good team today.
Yeah, then that's exactly right, and you can build off that. Right now, you feel good about in the locker room. You go in the locker room now, and it's like, all right, we can breathe again, right? We can now breathe. We can now get back to our style of hockey, play in our style of hockey. It seemed like they got some of the breaks that they weren't getting in the last 6 games. They got that. I mean, obviously the Geeky goal there to make it 3-1. That's a huge momentum going into the locker room because you score in the last minute of the period. You feel good about yourself going in the period. They did a really nice job, I thought, defensively in that third period. The Lehkonen goal, notwithstanding with 18 seconds left in the game, they did a really nice job of keeping everything to the perimeter and not allowing the Avalanche to get what they wanted.
That said, that goal, it also makes it a 2-goal game. This is a much different third period if Colorado's only down 1 as opposed to 2 after 40 minutes.
Yeah, and the Avalanche outshot them again 33-19 again tonight, right? I mean, and yes, they had opportunities, but Jeremy Swayman really wasn't called upon the first 2 periods to make really grade A saves. A little bit more in the third period. He made a couple real nice saves in that third period to keep him in the hockey game, the Bruins. But that's a team, right? You have a breakdown, your goalie bails you out, and that's exactly what ended up happening for the Bruins.
So the Bruins 3-2 winners today over the Colorado Avalanche, move to 4-6 now on the season, and get ready to head to Ottawa tomorrow for a matchup against the Senators on Monday night. We'll be back to wrap things up from TD Garden here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Is your fantasy team slowly becoming a nightmare? Don't just pick your favorite players, pick your favorite numbers. With new Keno games every 3 minutes. It's fast, easy, and just as exciting as watching a game-winning touchdown. Pick and play today. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Kids eat free at the 99 every Sunday in October. Kids get a free meal from the kids menu with every adult entree purchased. You gotta love the Nines.
Hey guys, it's Greg Bedard. I know you hear a lot of spots about heating, plumbing, and AC here on the station, and it's something you don't need until your system breaks, and then you need it immediately. That's what happened to me, and luckily I called Naterno Home Services, a locally owned company based right here in Massachusetts. They are there when you need them. They offer Bryant heating and cooling systems, and right now they are offering 0% financing for 60 months on all qualifying purchases of Bryant equipment. So call Naterno Home Services, there when you need them. Visit NaternoHome.com today.
The deals are hot during our Red Hot Sales event, exclusively and only at Imperial Cars. Get discounts of up to 10% off across our entire inventory of hundreds of new and over 1,200 used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with finance rates as low as 0%. Plus, we'll make your first 3 payments or choose a getaway trip to Orlando, Las Vegas, or a cruise. Plus, we have hundreds of vehicles that qualify for the federal tax loan deduction of up to $10,000. Plus, no payments till next year on some of our most popular models. Don't miss the Red Hot deals exclusively and only at Imperial Cars.
Route 1 Grill House in Saugus is the place to be. With a 70-person function room and relaxed outdoor dining, it's perfect for any occasion. The best part? The food is irresistible. Baby back ribs, steak tips, seafood, pizza, you name it, they got it. Plus, this football season, enjoy 50-cent wings, and they got the Sunday ticket for every game on Sunday. They also have an extensive martini list and a large selection of draft beer. What more could you want? Located just before Sullivan Tire on Route 1 South, this family spot is one of a kind, so don't get it confused with any other restaurant. Make Route 1 Grill House your next dining destination and tell the Floramo brothers that Joe Murray sent you.
Witches Woods, New England's premier haunted hayride and Halloween street park, featuring 6 fiendishly fun haunted attractions. For more information, visit us at witcheswoods.com.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Bruins a winner 3-1 here on home ice, or 3-2, excuse me, here on home ice over the Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche getting a late goal to cut into the lead, but couldn't come back from 2 goals down in that third period. Shaw's and Star Market Foundation's Nourishing Neighbors Initiative sponsors our Feeding the Puck for Families campaign. For every helper on a Bruins goal, they donate another $100 to fight food insecurity.
This Halloween, let your lights do the haunting with Govee Outdoor Lights. Just say, Alexa, turn my Govee lights to pumpkin orange. Or, Alexa, make my Govee lights look like a haunted house. Create a spellbinding light show with just your voice. No tricks, all treats. Search Govee Outdoor Lights today on Amazon.
6 into the first period. Give the Avalanche a 1-0 lead. Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar setting that up. At 14-16, though, the Bruins would come back and tie it. Victor Arvidsson's first from Mason Lohrei and Casey Middlestat made it a 1-1 game. Just 39 seconds later, Mikey Asimont scored on a 2-on-1 set up by Tanner Jeannot. Mason Lohrei assisting on that as well to make it 2-1 Bruins. In the second period, no scoring until the 1955 mark when Morgan Geekie would score on a stuffer, his 6th of the season from Pasternak and Lohrei, to make it 3-1 Bruins. And then Lehkonen scored again, tipping home a Nathan McKinnon shot at the 1940 mark of the third. McKinnon and Nishushkin getting the assists at 1940 to cut it to a 3-2 Bruins lead. But that was as close as it got. And 3-2, the Bruins get the victory. Let's give you our 3 stars of the game. We'll start with the number 3 star. 3-assist day for Mason Lohrei. Zacha just missed Middlestat. Middlestat keeps it alive, though. Lohrei left circle. Shot got partially blocked. Arvidsson tried to tuck it in, and they score! Arvidsson along that far side had a couple of cracks at it. Finally gets it to go, and the Bruins are tied at 1, and Arvidsson's got his first in a Bruins uniform. And the primary assist on that to Lohrei, one of his 3 on the day. The number 2 star with a game-winning goal, Morgan Geekie. Pasternak will tip one forward, and Geekie will track it down behind the net and scores! Morgan Geekie surprised Wedgwood, stuffed it in on the near post, and it's 3-1 Bruins. And the number 1 star of the night, an excellent night in goal for Jeremy Swayman. 31 saves on 33 shots. Manson, center of the blue line, right circle. Nachos! And a good stop with a blocker by Swayman. Manson, Nachos, turns, fires, saves Swayman, scramble for the rebound as it got away from him. Now here's Nachos moving into open ice, but Zadora blocked a shot, thrown to the net by McKinnon. Swayman took a look behind him. The puck was near the side of the net, though, off the save, and he covers it up. So Swayman gets the victory, ups his record to 3-3 on the year, and he is our Lexus Amazing Player of the Game, brought to you by the Lexus TX. Room for whatever your passion is. In fact, up to 7 passionate individuals can ride in perfect comfort in the 3-row Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. Bruins get the victory over Scott Wedgwood, who stopped 16 out of 19 today. He falls to 5-1-2, has started all 9 games for the Avalanche so far this season in the absence of Mackenzie Blackwood. Bruins get outshot today 33-19 through 3 periods. It was 11-8 Colorado in the first, 12-7 Avalanche in the second, and 10-4 they led it in the third. But the Bruins made their chances count, and were, as Haji mentioned earlier, were able to keep most of Colorado's efforts from the outside and keep the traffic to a minimum in front of Swayman here this afternoon. Boston finishes 0 for 4 on the power play and held the Avalanche scoreless on 3 attempts. So the Bruins now 4-6 on the season. And they're headed to Ottawa to take on the Senators. That one coming up to start a busy week on Monday night. Our pregame coverage will get on the air at 7 o'clock with a face-off a little after 7:30 from Ottawa. Want to thank Kenny Hodge for filling in for Bob Beers here the last couple of games. Been fun being back together with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm sure Bob's up in Ottawa waiting for you.
I'm sure he is. Get there as early as he can. Forget that family event over the weekend. Let's get up to Ottawa and spend a couple of extra days. But that will do it for us. For our executive producer here in the booth, Jeremy Conley, our coordinating producer, Mark Capello, our studio engineer, Jeff Williams, and for Kenny Hodge, I'm Ryan Johnston. Thanks so much for being with us, and good night from TD Garden.
This is Boston Bruins hockey. Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by Catches Law.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Bruins hockey is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
WBCFM and HD1 from the Town Fair Tire Studios, the home of the Patriots, the Celts, the Revs, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Zaka just missed Middlestat. Middlestat keeps it alive, though. Lori left circle. Shot got partially blocked. Arvidsson tried to tuck it in, and they score! Arvidsson along that far side had a couple of cracks at it. Finally gets it to go, and the Bruins are tied at 1, and Arvidsson's got his first in a Bruins uniform. Directed that into the near corner. Peak took a heavy hit. Bruins get it out, though, and have some numbers coming up ice with Jeannot. Jeannot in front, score! Eyssimont! And just like that, the Bruins are in front 2-1.
Let's go. George Valecchia here with you guys till 8 p.m. on the Sports Hub. We got George, the other George, a People's Champ George, behind the glass as well. Make sure to